So last week tukaongea story ya kwa msaliuza sijui ni difference ya investment. Ni sawa hiyo swali ama acha nikumbuke. Alisema kama siku answer question yake ilikuwa about investment. How do you invest? Hizi vitu hizo kama funny. Basically kile musema hivyo kila siku ni ile siwezi kwambia I won't tell you what to do. Ni ile unaangalia the world you live in, alafu unaangalia what's more appropriate kwako, which makes sense to you. Alafu na try to navigate. Kabla mu try to navigate life to the same way kama everybody else. I'm not different. Kuna sonembia ati mimi niko different kidogo. Niko the same too, I think so. Ile personality differences. Kama upenda, I'm very curious. Napenda kulearn vitu mpya on a daily basis. I'm very curious. Alafu mula kujuu niko na background ya computer science. Tukianza nini computer science, the first thing tulifundishwa ni hivi. Una examine system ile na exist. Sawa. So ukiangalia system, kama tuseme ukiambiwa system analyst, una analyze system. Okay, hii system ni hii na hii na hii. Alafu unaangalia shortcomings za hiyo system ni gani? Ni hii na hii na hii na hii. Then ukishaifanya hivyo, una draw kama a flow chart ya hiyo system. Ile itaanza hapa iende hapa iende hapa. Nakumbuka hizo vitu juu ilikuwa very fascinating na mimi nikianza computer science. Ile computer niko na build up, sikuingia university directly, niliingia tu ile some kama hapa US au itanga associate degree. Ile nataka ku build up ndio ni get to the end of my goal. Mpango wangu ilikuwa kwenda kwa nini? Crystal Water sasa poa sana. Kuingia UK alafu nifanye computer science because nilisikia ile figure. Back then nilikuwa ati ukiwa na computer science degree, master's degree, you'll make 65,000 a year. Back then ilikuwa big deal, lakini sahi I think ni 100 and something because of inflation. But hiyo 65 back days nikikuwa 19, 20 year old, it was a lot of money still. Niko tu na imagine yani. Unaona? So hapo nilipatia hii attitude ya larger than life. Unaangalia situation, unaanalyze hiyo situation vile inaenda, ile flowchart, alafu unataka kusolve hiyo problem. So tangu niingie hiyo basic computer science na hiyo everything ilikuwa basically ilikuwa tu ilini shape vile na think about life. By that time sikuwa in speaking terms na my dad for example because tulikuwa tuna disagree na vitu mingi. Yeye alitaka tu nichukue tu degree yote kwa available, any degree that's available nichukue. Na mimi kuna kama hiyo nikaa waste of my time. Sijui kwa nini, I don't even know why. He was right, by the way, he was right. Musema he was always right. Nile sometimes ukiwa teenager, you think you know it all, lakini hujui kitu yote, na realize baadaye you knew nothing in the beginning. So approach yangu yoga hivyo. Sijui itangaje kama kuna ni optimistic ama pragmatic, one of those two. Sijui ni gani naweza fit into both by the way. So mwangalia kama kuna opportunity na take your opportunity. Alafu pia kama kuna any problem naweza solve na try kuisolve to my advantage, inanipatia advantage kisolve your problem. So hivyo ni more approach life in everything I do. So nikiingia kwa kitu fulani hivi kama ni brand new, I fully immerse myself in it. Nasema ile ni ile all or nothing. Naona hivyo, all or nothing. So ndio approach yangu. It might not be the same na everybody else, that's to be honest. Nimekuja kugundua the more kwa sababu kuna mtu naongea na yeye na akuna expectation fulani. Sometimes more assume everybody thinks like me. Lakini it's different. It depends on your background, where you're raised. Naona, how your approach to life is. Hizo zote hizo zina factor. Naona, lakini sasa kile mwambia waseni ile inafaa ujue kama kuna anything success from Charles anasema hey champ, it's coach Nyoro. Vipi bana, siku mingi. So ikukuwa na suppose unataka approach life in a sense, most of the thing itakuwa successful in your own way. Whatever success means to you, itakuwa from within. Lazima usemeaje I fix sababu yani ni kama nishaongea hiki nimepost hiyo video kweli, labda naipost baadaye sijui. Mchelo na video siku hizi sana. My daughter ako very demanding. Hiyo ako 2 year old. Yani siku hizi tu I think mama yake ashachoka na yeye. I think so. Mama yake amechoka na yeye. Yani hiyo muacha tu. So na hiyo jua tu mimi ndio ana cling kwangu. So I teach lesson pia. Daughters wako more nime raise mostly boys. Sasa hii daughter ndio the youngest. Ako very demanding. Ataka attention yani she seeks attention. So approach yangu ni hivi. Musema kama utapick career life yako semeaje I want to be successful in blank space, put whatever you want in there kwa your blank space. Itabidi you have to take it personally. Itabidi useme this is my own responsibility. Nachukua hii kitu na ni yangu. Naona all or nothing. everything unaanza kama it's new in the beginning, itakuwa hard in the beginning. If you didn't take it personal, utailose haraka sana. Juu itakuwa ni kama ile, it doesn't really make it, ni partial, ni passive. I want to, but I don't want to because people, you ni in between. Auta take very seriously. Lazima useme, it's my personal responsibility to succeed in blank space, whatever you want. Alafu utaipasu sana, hivyo. Alafu juu tu ni all or nothing attitude. I'm not telling you what to do, but ile sema tu hiyo ndio approach mzuri. Kwa sababu mimi nikianza tracking, for example, hiyo ndio one of the biggest thing lianza, ile ni set up for life. Mimi mudu tracking construction, si tracking over the road, ni tracking ile niko local, na mkasubu na job na rudi jioni home. We create, I tried to find a local job. Yeah, the same thing. Kata kuingia na nobody wanted to hire me. Sikuwa na 5 years experience minimum. But nishafanya 2 years over the road, nikatoka nayo. Nikasema aje, I'm gonna take this personal. That after job, local, no matter what. Hata ikikuwa ngumu naifanya bado. Kwa nini? Ile tu nataka tu niamke kwa bed yangu. Juu imagine utoke Kenya, ukuje kuishi States, alafu uend up kuishi kwa gari. Si kwa nyumba, si nana house, kwa gari. Alafu mimi nigundua, over time nigundua kuna so many problems. Niko na kama allergies, hizo nisumbua. Kuna ma states nikienda na kwa mgonjwa, niko peke yangu, narudi home every 3 weeks, ilikuwa hard sana kwangu. So the one thing nika take vitu zangu very seriously, I took them personal. Like these were my personal projects. So sikuwa na option ya kuquit. Kwa nini? Because it's personal. I'm not competing with anybody, I'm competing with myself. Sawa, nikasema ndachukua hizi vitu, niziweke kwa laini hivi, nizifuate to the end of it, hata kama ni mbaya. And I've done so many things ka hizo, zinanisaidia ile kuwa na clarity ya life. Mbona kama nilisema nafanya live stream, kuna wasa tulianza na hao YouTube, ama nilipata kufanya YouTube kama 3-4 years ago. Sawa, the reason why mufanyanga YouTube, for example, na record, na buy equipment, na kila kitu, ni ile I've tried this before with other people. Na warekodia, I'm just the behind the scene kind of guy, alafu wana quit. No. Natakwambia, let's keep doing this. Wanakataa, wana walk away. Sasa mimi najiuliza, maybe ilikuwa passive. Haikuwa active, ilikuwa tu passive. Nabaki niko peke yangu tena. Nikasema, okay, if I'm gonna do this, ni do live every Sunday. Kama nimeangalia wife, amesema she wants to start singing now. Because I think amekuwa na break because my daughter is getting older. Ata turn 3 in a few months. Alafu, akishakuwa 3-year-old, ni kama somewhat independent. Juu sana jua mali chakula iko, anajua kila nataka, anaongea words, kila kitu. So she knows what she wants. So wife anasema, I'm gonna go back to music. Sikambia sasa, just make sure you post some videos, music videos. Juu kana anadu music, ilikuwa kama nini? Hebu tuone Drew anasema aje? Anasema it's tough at times. Hebu tuone comment ya bro kama Drew anasema aje? It's tough at times. You do whatever is necessary. When you have an option, then you exercise it. That's true. Ana resonate na kila mimi nasema hivyo. Juu sio nasema aje, inakuwa personal responsibility. Nasema okay, if I'm trying to be in a non-profit, tuna record my video every weekend ama every other weekend, alafu na post every weekend, alafu mimi niko busy na run hizo social media zote hizo, Instagram, na run Facebook, na run YouTube, na run all I need is these guys to show up on one time. I get my recording, my audio, alafu nina edit the next 2 weeks, alafu ni post one by every weekend. So I'm giving myself something to do. Alafu the people who are supposed to show up, they don't show up. No. Sana baki niko na mtambo, niko peke yangu na ngojea wase. Kwa venue. What am I supposed to do? Naona hivyo. Sasa najiuliza aje, okay, what grip do I have on these people? Niwaambie on their willingness to do this video. Nothing. When I do out of the goodness of their heart. Alafu niko tunapata pesa pia, ilikuwa kama donation based. Drone yangu ya first ninunuliwa through kitu kama hiyo. Naona hivyo, alinibuy drone ndio ni enhance nini. Nikasema okay, if my goal is to do this and I have a feeling it's something good, to learn how to record, kumonitor audio. Jumi na background ya kuwa DJ. So unajua DJ ni ile sometimes uko na microphone, unapatia msee anaongea. So I had to learn how to use audio. I'm not the best, by the way, but I'm good enough. Naona hivyo. Nikasema, what I'm going to do is, ndachukua hizi equipment, nianze YouTube channel yangu. Alafu ni record live, ni record audio, ni record video daily. Then from my recording, ndaona kama, do I have what it takes or I'm wasting my time? But I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to try and fail. Do you understand? Okay, or if I don't fail I'll keep doing it. Nikasema that's it. Nikasema okay, so which is the best way to do this? Nikaamua okay, naanza channel. There's a channel already, by the way. Ilikuwa ya tracking. Nikarealize content ya tracking, it doesn't go that far. Inaisha. It's pretty quick. Any your community ya tracking, it's very niche, narrow. Not everybody's a tracker. Alafu watu wana bad feelings after some time. Ile kukaa nje, unakuwa beat down, nasema I don't even want to do anything to do with tracking. Nikarealize pretty quick ina demand. Nikaona okay, how can I do this? Alafu ni help mtu. Kusema, wait a minute. How about sharing my own experience? Which I was already doing. But niko on a personal level kwa simu, naona mtu Mwafrika kwa job site, tunaongea, naambia yeye ni Mnigeria, nampatia tips, naambia give me your number to exchange, na mentor mpaka anakuwa free. Juu nigudu hivi, in the beginning kingia kwa tracking, business ilikuwa less Africans per se in the beginning. Lakini afterwards hii tumejaa, there's a good number of us immigrants tunafanya hii construction. Alafu wala wazungu wali retire wakuwa replace na wazungu wengine. So ni kama wameabandon you. Wamesema tu construction ni kama ni ya Waafrika tu. Naona hivyo, si ya kila mtu. Naona. So basically unasemaje? Unasema lazima at least once in a while useme, man, let me just do something, alafu ikuje useme isaidie mtu mwingine ndio tusikuwe na bad reputation. Naona. Au sio? Natry kutype kitu kwa nini kwa TikTok inasema ni type kitu ndio isho kama niko ndani. That's what it is, by the way. So lazima ikuwe your personal responsibility, whatever you want to do in life. Una choose, unasema hivyo. So me, fairly speaking, kuna vitu struggle nayo bado kama family life. Niko nafikiria ati family life ni ile the way your parents raised you, ile ulikuwa na observe what they were doing. Hiyo ndio standard na expectations. Not true at all. Wende uwe mtu mwingine ule si culture kaya yako, alafu mwanze kuishi pamoja uone kutaendaje. Wife yangu yanga mzungu, by the way. Totally different. But every time, kama last week tulikuwa tumeenda ceremony excuse me, kwa familia yao, nikaangalia vile wana interact na kila kitu. Totally different. Hata si karibu na mimi kabisa. Nikaona, hii ndio environment where she came from. Naona hivyo. So personal responsibility, any development kwenda mbele, sema tu this is personal. Ukisema ni personal, itakuwa hard for you to walk away from something you personally invested in this thing. Ukisema kama sioni kama nda succeed kama niko Kenya, that was me, by the way. Mimi niliona kama there is no way, every possibility nilikuwa nayo, maybe si mob sana, maybe siku exploit everything, but niliona hivi kunywa maji kidogo na choo kidogo hapa. Kuna wataresonate na hiyo story yangu. Niliona yani ile as a 19-year-old, for example, my options, maybe my dreams were bigger than or larger than life. Nikaona there's no way nda succeed kwa Kenya. There's absolutely no way. Kwangu tu mimi mwenyewe. Was I wrong? Maybe. I don't know. Sikuwa najua. But life iko kama tu kuna one direction. Ndaka huku, ndawa mtu, takuwa na watoi, ta struggle, alafu to make it through. Maybe kana na bahati. Maybe. I don't know what's gonna happen. One day, ndaomba loan kwa sako, alafu ni buy land mahali, alafu ni jenge nyumba. Alafu maybe nikiretire, ndakuwa na property, itaanza kidogo. Iko tu ile very short-sighted dream. Naona hivyo. Lakini sao kufanya computer science nilipatia idea. How to solve problems. Nikaona kumbe there is a way unaweza plan life yako, semeaje, ndaka ninunue shamba, dream ya Kenya kama kawaida, ununue land mahali, alafu ujenge. Most people afikiria kujenga their personal residence. Naona hivyo. Kama usamanga hivi, mara mingi ukinuza background yangu ni gani? My parents walikuwa career employees all their life, mpaka wakaretire. So my dad ameanza business after ameretire. So it was new to him. Alafu tujai discuss hiyo story ya business, how it goes. But mimi nimekuwa always in the back of my mind. The people that niko naona wana succeed haraka sana, ni kama it's like you're overriding the system. Walikuwa in business. Naona. Kuna one of this kid, tulikuwa na yeye, tukigrow up na yeye, madhaka kwa nauzanga merchandise. Ananunua hizi kama hizi vitu za tourism, alafu anaziship Europe. Alafu anazifuata. Anaziuza, akirudi hivi. The first time aliship akaenda karudi, we didn't see much of a difference. But they had really nice things. akakaa kidogo 3 months tena akaship tena akaenda akarudi kidogo, amebuy gari brand new. Yani sijaona mtu akibuy gari brand new maisha yangu yote. Ilikuwa Peugeot 504 pickup truck. Kidogo ameenda the third time, wali move out wali buy hao. So mi nikasema okay, there's something about hii business ukifanya ina open up avenues that you never thought it could exist before. So man, maybe I should be doing business. Kaza kuangalia option. Nilikuwa discuss na my dad, nilikuwa fikiria ile one of my biggest things kusema labda ninunue basi, ma3 kitu kama hiyo. But ma3 iko nagundua iko na una leak pesa mingi sana kwa ma3, especially kama ni passively, ile unaenda job alafu unawachia msai manage. Oh man, ma3 hiyo leak ina leak pesa vibaya sana. Back then, sijui now maybe things have changed, but iko na leak juu kuna sako, kuna conductor, kuna dere, unawatumia pesa the whole day. Juu kuna mabesi yangu kunaendesha ma3. Unaona yani pesa kama ina leak tu yani. Wanajua utapatia mdosi this much. And that's it. Everything extra, hautapewa hiyo extra. Na hiyo unapewa kama wewe si mjanja, kuna maintenance, kuna ma3 ni hasara. One of my things ilikuwa real estate. Kununua nyumba na kuna rental. Nikajua sasa, how am I gonna make this happen? Not in this lifetime. Nikataka apply green card. That's what happened. So get green card ilikuwa kama kuwin lotto kwangu. Ili certify dream yangu. Kuja States ka realize, oh, it's not just kufika hapa hivi unapata things just work out. Nope. Tena lazima ukimbia tena from scratch. Uweke on your marks, get set, go. Tena uanze tena. Nikaanza hivyo. So that's what drives me on a daily basis. Wasianza kuwa different. Kwa time nikigrow up sikuwa very Christianish, nasema hivyo. My parents are Christian. Nikasema, okay, what's this beautiful thing about Christianity? At some point, wacha ni explore your option. Just jai kuwa very tight into it. Nikai-explore. Guess what happened? Nilienda deep naye. Nikalan kila kitu. Ile naongea na wasee, the so-called wasamani Christian, wanashindwa, this guy is crazy. Naona hivyo. Kama mimi niko crazy kidogo. Juu nilienda so deep. Najiuliza, why this? Why that? Maswali. Most of my questions are never answered. Alafu sahi, conclusion yangu after all this thing, nime realize, wait a minute. Kuna story behind it. Naona. So, do you about Canada trucks? What do you mean, I don't know much about Canada. I don't live in Canada. Like north of the United States of America. I don't know much about Canada though. I'm learning too. So, story ndo hiyo. So, acha nina kwa kione. Maybe I'm missing something. Kuna nini? Nime interrupt tu. Nimeenda haraka tu. Hope everything's doing good for a while. Niko poa. What soccer team do you support? Real Dandy 88. My only soccer team that I support is Minnesota United. That's my local team. No. My local team. Una overthink it about faith. No, I'm not overthinking about faith. Because faith ni different sana. Siku overthink. I went deeper. Niko na understand more. Juu niko na access. Unajua nini? Ukiishi hapa, for example, United States of America, kama uishi hapa hivi, every city ni kama socialism. Sijui mbona wasema socialism doesn't exist. Kuna city headquarters, city hall. Kuna city hall. Your city hall, if you need a room, for example, kama tuseme, I need a room every Sunday to do my live stream. Nda book. It's available. Nda book your room. Ni bring my equipments for maybe 3 hours, do my live. Ni public space. Sawa. But you can reserve a public space. So kwa city hall, kuna library, kuna fire department, kuna police, kuna jail hapo ile, ni jail ama ni you're going to jail. Sijui ni gani, prison ama jail. Jail, I think jail. Alafu kuna just city utilities, vitu kaa hizo. So, kwanza in the beginning, ni kuna access to books kwa library. So, because job yetu yoga seasonal, tufanya kama 9 months, or from March to November, there's some hivyo. So, December, January, February, pretty much tuko off. Nikaona, let me start reading books. Nisoma books mingi sana, by the way, back then. Because I was trying to keep myself busy. Uzuri ya construction ikianza, when you work for 9 months, na if you know how to manage your money, utakaa home 3 months na bado kuna pesa. You'll never run out of money. Unless ukuwe mjinga upata expense moja za ujinga, if you live a very expensive lifestyle, utarun broke after job. That's happened a couple of times for me, by the way. Niko wise in the beginning, niko mjinga kidogo, niko tena wise tena. So ni back and forth. Yes, sema nimemasa hiyo story. Sometimes emergency ina happen, you use all the money. But you have 3 months every year. Nimekuwa kidu hii story ya tracking construction since 2010. So imagine the last 15 years, more than a mandatory 3 months off. mandatory every year. Although because I have kids, I can't even come. Sijai kuwa certified summer bunny na come Kenya. So that's another thing too. No. Consider. So mambo ya soccer team, I don't support any team. Ni Minnesota United once in a while as a social event. I don't take it very seriously. Alafu, what do you mean by I'm overthinking the faith? No. What do you mean? No. Albo, when Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. In terms of your career, have you ever applied this mantra? If so, enlighten us. Absolutely. Me ni big follower wa Warren Buffett. See ye mwenye as a person because I don't really know him as an individual. Musema, you could be surprised. Talk about saving, what's the best advice? Okay, could have two questions. Wacha ninekoza na TikTok kwanza. Asemaje talk about saving and what's the best advice. Saving lazima ikuwe you saving for a purpose. If you're making good money now, what I could advise you do, save for a reason. Sema aje nataka kununua land. Land tuseme ni 100,000. So what do? So how much is land? Approximately. The land is not waiting for you to get 100,000. Unaweza usemeaje nikienda kwa bank. I'm just giving an example, by the way. See, really example. Useme if I want to buy an $80,000 land, $100,000 land, ku speed up ni ile unaweza kuwa you're preparing for that. Okay, you're making good money right now. What I need to advise ni hivi, if you're making 100%, toa a good chunk. Ile instead of buying stupid stuff, karibu niseme SHIT. Fanya hivi, toa 20% of your income, save mahali. Preferably high yield savings account. Ile kwa nama 4%, it's making money, fixed deposit account for 6 months. Ongeza hiyo pesa save. Mpaka ufikie at least 20% ya hiyo land unanunua. Alafu kifika kama 20,000, uende kwa bank wapatie, alafu finance 80,000. Ubuy hiyo land. Then you have to pay for that land. So if you have a reason to save for a purpose. Ile good financial practice yoga hivi is good to have an emergency fund. Ile tuseme kuna between 3 to 6 months of your daily expense. By expense, it never goes away. Rent you could do every month. No. Utility you could do every month. Most things go monthly. So kama kuna extra money, begin by also mangaje pay off your debt, which is good because debt costs you money. Lazima ulanaje what things in making my money bleeding out of me. Ni nini kabisa? Ni bills every month. Ni stupid purchases. Ile you buy what you want. Una prioritize what you want than what you need. It's supposed to be what you need first, alafu ndio wants na kambadaye. Once in a while, maybe my want is to go to Mombasa for vacation for 2 weeks. Save for that. Put money aside for that. Ndio ukienda, you're not just borrowing from your future, you're borrowing from your past because you saved the money. You're in a good practice. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Ni ile tu, uko na ile peace of mind hivi, suppose ni hivi, this is your highest income, this is your lowest income. Uchukua hii highest alafu uitrading kujezi kuwe level hapa hivi, it kind of gives you peace of mind. Kitu kaa hiyo. Kama usema, I would rather have my bills paid on time than not have money at all. Naona hivyo. When I don't have money, niko distressed. I'm thinking of how do I make this? No. Kwanza kwangu yonga very embarrassing because bills zetu za kila mwezi ni tuko place mbaya. We're not in a good place. The things we pay for every month ni very expensive lifestyle. Kuna watoto, kuna nini. So this is not the time for things to fail on me. It's like very embarrassing. Lakini sasa ni hivyo, usema being greedy, hiyo ni Warren Buffett anaongea juu ya investment. Naona? Because kama kuna ile number one, lazima ufanye hivi, you need to have the money first. I was saying, don't just work hard. Work hard and work smart. Sawa. But kumbuka kitu moja, you can't work smart if you have to work hard first before you start working smart. Jio pesa hiyo, that money for investment, you need to build on that money. Watu wengi wajuangi mimi sikuanzia hapa. Sikuanza, life yangu kuanza 2023 January 4th nikianza Maisha States. I had a life before that. Ile sikuwa na share tu. I only share a fraction of my life, by the way. No, mostly. Ile naona kama ni appropriate. Not to make money on social media. Ni kama niligunduanga hivi. Awakening people. Ile being woke. Kuna watu tusema being woke is a very bad thing kwa kwa social, kwa nini, kwa politics, Republicans being woke. Sasa ulizaje, would you rather be asleep on things or be awake? Naona hivi, because if you're sleeping everything is passing you by. So Warren Buffett anaongea hivi, anaongea juu ya sele when economy goes down, just stocks ni vitu. Okay, mi kama kweli kabisa bado si believe na stocks ile kama ni short term gains. Stocks ni long term game, ni marathon. Ni ile utakam 30 years from now utaiangalia, because hiyo ina change naona stocks, but you need to have the money to buy the stocks. Kama una pesa is like you're jumping the gun. Ni kama ile uko na cart hapa na una horse hapa na horse iko pale. Naona uko way ahead of everything. Amu umeka cart before the horse. Horse iko pale nyuma, cart iko pale. And who's driving the cart anyway? Naona kama horse iko pale nyuma. You need to work hard first. Alafu uko na discipline ya finances. Alafu ndio uko na discipline, ndio uko na hii pesa ya kuanza kuinvest. Because it makes your life easier, by the way, honestly speaking. So leo una do, you don't think straight. To be honest, no. Who thinks kama una do, hauna pesa ya rent, unasikianga poa? Do you sleep in peace? No, you don't. No. So do you have, do you have your story on YouTube or something? Because it's my first time here today. Of course, Maisha States iko YouTube mostly. TikTok nimeanza maybe 2 years ago. But I live in a run concurrently. Iko YouTube and TikTok at the same time. The same thing, the same time. Na run both. Now I'm running TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Jina ni Maisha States. Ilikuwa Maisha yangu, nika change Maisha States. Hata na plan kuiita tu Maisha in future. Kwa sababu hii states inakuwa kama irrelevant. Niona kama nisha go through history ya states sana. But si applicable kwa mi peke yangu. Mostly audience yangu ni Swahili speaking Kenyans in Kenya and in the diaspora. Hiyo ndio target audience wangu, by the way. And I'm not trying to extract any money from anybody. Na share tu ile advice ile, if you have a higher IQ than me and you get this information, itakupatia clarity. Just that the same thing happened to me. Some people walini advice, nikatake ile heart ya kuwasikiza. In parenting, I learned from somebody who has older kids. Financing, I learned from somebody who was doing business already. He's still my friend to this day. Tumejuana kama sijui 11 years. I learned from him. He's a businessman. Umse ako worth 18 million. Imagine. Maybe 23 million or something. Do mob sana. Kimwangalia hivi, you'll never know. No. You'll never know. But Neil, I don't know why he took interest in me. So, poor me, no. Ako worth $23 million, by the way. But ukimwangalia hivi, you'd never know. Utam write off. Completely write him off. Hata yeye ndio yani vile nilimsikiza poa, in the beginning when he was talking to me, sikuwa understand kile anasema. But ni ile, eventually you become more practical kwa vitu mob. Unaweza tutamani kuwa na Range Rover. Lakini is Range Rover practical to you now? No, it's not. It's better ufogo Range Rover sahi, uendesha gari ya kawaida, then later on, ukishafika hiyo level ya Range Rover, itakuwa nothing. Itakuwa pocket change. Naona hivyo. Si guarantee ku succeed, by the way. Kwa sababu kila mtu ana approach yake. Somebody might be employed today kama employee. Aku employee 20 years. Aanze business after that. Na bado wa succeed. Kawa ni mtu kama mimi, maybe employment si yangu. Juu nigudu kama I was competing na wazungu walikuwa na more advantage than mimi. Walikuwa very far. Mwana hivyo. So, Chebie, angalia Maisha States nini YouTube utaipata. So, correct. Stocks ni long term game. Stocks una leverage. Unaibuild, una leverage. Kama sikuwagi na invest in stocks, ndio ni buy how next year. Unacheka hapa hivyo. Hiyo ni marathon. Juu samangaje, kama uko na assets una keep, you have to diversify your assets. Meaning, hata kama utakuwa disciplined, you stay broke. You don't miss anything. Mimi nakwambia kweli kabisa, ile I think peace of mind iko more important than chasing fake things. Nasema hivyo kama I need people to see me with a Range Rover. Lazima nikuwe na I don't know, my family car iko sijui nini. Okay, guilty as charged. I've been there, by the way. I've been there. Nishatamani vitu kama hizo. Ni ile kama I don't know how to, itakuwa too personal kusema sahi, but acha ni skip tu sahi for now. Kuna ile guilt kwa sababu for example ukiishi America, kama one of my ideal family car for me, ideal ni SUV kama tuseme hii family ya SUVs ziko hapa America ni kama pickup truck but iko covered. Inaitwa kama tuseme kuna Chevy, kuna Ford na kuna Jeep. I think it's a Jeep. Jeep Wagoneer, Chevy Suburban, Chevy Tahoe, kuna nini Ford Expedition, hiyo ndio ideal family car. But do I need that car? Brand new, over 100,000. Kama ni 100,000, mostly au finance between 5 to 6 years financing, because uta buy cash, gari mpya brand new, so itakuwa kama 2,000 a month. Can I afford to pay 2,000 a month? No, I can't. Yes, I can, but in terms of investment, I'm losing 2,000 every month. Not even. I'm losing. I'm not gaining. Sababu unajua at the end of the day, sijui kama kuna watu bado waangalia kama kukuwa na gari Kenya ni investment. No, gari isiwahi kuwa investment. Kama kuna gari poa kaa nayo, wacha ikuwe point A to point B. Alafu if you have a problem with that, if you have to show up with the Range Rover in future, that's good. You will get there. Itakuwa, as long as Range Rover ni 0.05% of your income, who cares? Let it depreciate all it wants. No. Lakini kama ni 40% of your income, that's how you lose money. No. Your bad money practices. You're making less money, but you're spending too much just to show off. No. Hapo kuna nini itwa colloquial, itwa kama wasemangaje, you're keeping up with the Johnsons. Unabuy gari just to show off ati kuna hiyo gari. That's not a good practice, by the way. Lazima kuna discipline in your finances. Juu ile peace of mind. You know, when you have more than you need, alafu unaishi average, it gives you longevity. Juu when you kuna nimelania vitu juzi, by the way. When you're stressed up na life, hata kama ni passively, ile tu kuna una peace in mind, clarity inapotea. Your mind does not think straight. Believe me. Me, the only thing that stresses me out sahi kama leo is that my daughter is well fed. Na waste time kidogo, make sure amekula, paka walk away mwenyewe kasema, okay, now my duty is done. Because she's only going to be 2 for a few more months. Alafu atakuwa 3. At some point, she won't even need to be around me anymore. Atakuwa independent. So nilo semaje, when you're peaceful, una think straight. When you're stressful, especially ile umejikozia mwenyewe, inauma sana. Because you're losing money, you're bleeding money left and right. Unaona hiyo. So, acha niangalie hizo questions zimekamo. Basema vitabu gani vya personal development ulivyovisoma ukavipenda? Kuna mingi sana. At this point, nimesema hivi, there's something I'm running for a long time, almost 4 years now, 3.5 years hivi, ya YouTube channel. As soon as I get to 10K subscribers kwa YouTube, niko 9,000 something, ndaanza, I'll give away a camera. Ni promise you 3 years ago. I have to honor that. Napatina camera kwa one of you guys. Kama milestone. Alafu after 10K, I'm gonna be giving away books. Zile niko nazo. I have so many books nimesoma. Hakuna haja zikae kwa shelf yangu, they're getting old, and there are people who need to read those books. But lazima pia make sense kwako. No. Kwa samanga in the beginning kiaza chale kwa samangaje, go read the Bible, for example. Go read the Bible. And you wonder how confusing it is to read the Bible. Mi nilikuwa sama naichukua at faith level, but siku hizi ile intellectually iko very disorganized. No, it doesn't make any sense sometimes. Iko too much split. Alafu naangalia ile teaching, nasema azirime, ni kama kuna hii script hapa and people are just doing some traditional thing hapa hivi. Anyway, hii ni story nyingine for another day. So, vitabu ni mingi sana. Naona, vitabu gani za personal development ulivyovisoma? Kama nisoma Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's an example. Sijui kama iko applicable, but if you read that book, kuna ile milioni, hata ziko hapa, nimezificha because my daughter, akiona karatasi, ni karatasi, si kitabu. But ni mingi sana. Go back kwa YouTube, uangalie Man Cave Talk, the same live. Last year tuna vitabu, niko na list zote. Hata maybe in the future naziweka hapa hivi. Give away for every week. Ndeka shelf hapa hivi mahali. No, shelf. Yeah, I'm giving away this book next week. Hivyo. After 10K though, after 10K. Lazima ikuwe na milestone. Mwana hivyo. So Emmanuel Chelula semaje, all hail the Duke of Minnesota. Mini Duke of Minnesota, are you serious? Minnesota is big. Kuna 6 million people and there's only one of me. Always a joy to find you here. Very wise words, man. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just joking though. Thanks for the compliment. Uko worth how many millions, Sai? I don't know. I don't know how many millions I'm worth. Somewhere. I don't really care, by the way. It's not about numbers. Nile too. I like peace of mind. As long as my bills are paid on time. I'm actually in debt, by the way. Because I have so much debt, Sai. Business debt, personal debt. Because job ilichelewa kidogo this year for 2 months hivi. So I'm catching up. But wealth ni ile accumulation ya everything. No. So vitabu ni mingi. There's I prefer The Millionaire Next Door, Think and Grow Rich, top of my head nikikumbuka. I wasn't thinking about that right now, but in the future nazi line up hapa hivi somewhere. Ndatenza shelf hapa hivi niziweke hapa hivi. So kuna Argentina walikuwa wanatafuta World Cup na uko nayo hapo. Bana, World Cup ndio hapo. World Cup. Hii ni replica, angalia. Ni replica tu. Yani real life. I just wanted to have it. Naona kwa tu uone size yake. So if this is my head, okay, the best hii ni iPhone 13. So iPhone 13 hii 1 2 2.5 iPhone 13. Naona sijui nini ndio hii uko nayo hapa hivi. Hii tu ni ile replica. I wanted to have it. Ile curiosity. Hebu niambie, one day in the future, when will I ever touch it? Never. If there's a replica, actual size replica, ya karatasi, it's made of, ni kama paper mache something, it's not real. Raisin in any plastic or something. I'm a fiberglass. Ni too simple hivyo. I wanted to feel it pia mimi. Ilikuja last week, ilikuja kama Saturday last week hivi. Order. So greedy means, okay, Edward Kamau, niko ton, nataka kuangalia TikTok juu upotea saa zingine. Wacha nione kama nimeendelea semaje. Whenever Albert says wacha ni si share, I always know he's about to share. That's why I watch. Hiyo singe share ilikuwa tu kitu ya jana, ingekuwa tu nimebook ya Myron Golden. Ndapatia na yote. I'll actually buy the newest one. Ni ile kumekuwa na so many controversial stuff about Myron Golden mwenyewe, but kusema kweli kabisa, mimi ndio msema hivi, when I'm reading a book, I don't judge the author. Personally, I read the book for the knowledge. Ile yani, what am I going to learn from this book? Despite mwenyewe, the person who wrote it, whatever the character konayo, I don't really care about their character. Because when somebody sits down to organize some thoughts, alafu wazi-publish in a book, man, take it seriously. Naona hivyo. Mostly they're looking at their deepest thoughts in their mind, alafu they're putting them in writing. Nasema hivi, in other words, kama nazonga kizungu, nasema hivi, what they do ni ile, they're taking the ideas in their mind and codifying ile kuiandika, codifying their thoughts in a book. So, ukisoma hiyo book umalize, without judging the person themselves, utapata, yani, it will give you a sense of how to approach life in a different way, based on your book. Mimi, the person I am today, after reading a book, is different from maybe before I read that book. Every single time. Unajua nini? Mind yetu it's so wide. Sijui nisemeaje, how do I describe it? Iko na capacity ya ku store information, usi-underestimate your mind. And everybody has the same thing. If you think you are smarter than the next guy, it's because you invested time in exercising your mental muscle. Nasema hivyo kama ni ideology. Ile yani wewe kwa gym na kitabu. Because kuna wase wanaulizanga swali, the way they answer it, washindwa, oh my goodness, you've never read a book in your life? I understand how ideas flow. Na wako, kuna watu, naweza kuambia hata ni more than half of the population, au baki, they feel left out because they don't take time kusoma ideas. Yani, idea yao ni ile, sijui niseme which is the best word. Contemporary, inamaanisha nini? Yani, you know what you know based on where you live. Suppose unaishi Machakos, tume tu randomly, nothing against Machakos. Sema tu Machakos kama, you know, the first, ama unaishi Machakos bado, tuseme tu Machakos. Umezaliwa Machakos, umegrow Machakos. Everything you know, your ideology, iko tu hapo Machakos na imeishi hapo. Ni Machakos ni the good example ama karibu na Nairobi, Mombasa Road. There's a reason why I'm picking Machakos. Kwa sababu, ukisema hivi, for example, ile Mombasa Road, kuna Mombasa inapitia Machakos, kind of, karibu na hapo. Ukisema aje, okay, let me just move out of Machakos, inakuishi karibu na highway. Nairobi Mombasa highway. Uende pale hivyo. Uanze kuangalia magari, uongee na watu. Learn something. Because one of the drivers on a drive truck pale hivyo, I'm using kama example, ama ni Mlolongo Machakos, Mlolongo. One of the drivers on a drive truck kwenda Mombasa kutoka container, kurudisha Kampala, is from Uganda. Ukiongea na yeye, learn something that you didn't know. Why? Ita broaden your mind. Sema, oh, so kuna watu wanaishi Uganda. Si Machakos tu. So Kenya ni kubwa, kuna kitu inaitwa Mombasa. Okay, sawa. Uende kidogo kuja Nairobi uone kuna international airport. Ukuwe lucky uende ufanye kazi kwa airport. Uone ndege inaitwa Emirates. Ukiona pilot labda ni wazungu. Waulize, are you guys from the Middle East? I'll be no, I'm from Australia. I just work for this airline. What? Australia? Wangalia Australia kapi kwa map. Goodness. So there's more to life than just Machakos. Naona hivyo? Inafungua mind yako, ina broaden mind yako. That's what happens to me on a daily basis. You think you know something until you realize you don't really know anything. Naona hivyo? Nasema, let me keep learning. So unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know which is which. Mu strive to learn something new on a daily basis. Believe it or not. Kama one of the latest thing I learn ni ile kuna saying hiyo sema, I don't know even how I come across hiyo. Niko na do job ama I don't even know how that came through. But iko kitu kama kuna America kuna kama raffle hiyo happen every year. It was the lottery. It's run by the government organization. They sell tickets. Alafu una pick one winner. Alafu the winner wins $1 billion sometimes. Almost $1 billion. Mega millionaire. Iko everywhere in the country. Mona. Alafu kuna statistics. Sasa maaje, most people who win the lotto, L-O, kama lottery. Nasema hivyo lottery. Hapa lotto, pronunciation American. I'll go broke in 7 years. That's not true. That's not true, by the way. It's not true. They just say that. No. Sometimes wapatani ile, somebody's campaigning against that. So atatoa ad yake, alafu you believe it's true. But ni ile, the reason why most people go broke ni because they don't have the information. Hiyo ndio kitu moja msema muhimu. Kama nimesema aje, ukiwa na pesa sahi uende upate job, ukupatie some really good salary, enough to afford a Range Rover. Do you know what the worst thing you can do? Is to buy the Range Rover. Kwa nini? Natumia Range Rover kama example. It could be anything. Any blank space. Kwa sababu Range Rover ni very nice car, by the way. Very nice car. Sikudanganyi. Kwa na pesa naweza buy hiyo gari, itakuwa my arsenal. But because ni gari brand new, every vehicle you depreciate. So kama kwa Kenya nafikiri kununua gari ndio kukuwa tajiri, big mistake. That's the first thing ya ku-waste pesa. Juu gari ni depreciating asset. Depreciating. No. You'll be surprised. Gari, you'll lose value every year. Ukiona kama BMW ni 100,000 2025. Uone the same car 5 years from now. Kwa used marketplace, itauzwa 12,000. Kwa nini? Ime depreciate in value. Meaning, hata hiyo 100,000 is overinflated. See real figure. Ni ile because they think you're important, or you're dumb enough to think you're important, utanunua hiyo gari for 100,000. Not knowing that the moment you drive out of the lot, sahi immediately hivi, you may lose 30%. It's worth 70. Julie by leo ukai drive out, iko 70,000 immediately within a week. You tell me. Ama within a year. I think within a year. So just think about that. No. Gari si investment, ni liability. It's a depreciating asset. Hata hizi trucks who drive hapa hivi matruck zetu, it's still a vehicle. A truck is a depreciating asset. The only difference ya truck ni hivi. It's a cash flow depreciating asset. It'll depreciate while it's making you money. No. On a weekly basis. On a monthly basis, depending. On a daily basis, depending on how you do it. So you're better off buying a truck because it's still depreciating. Come a Range Rover, but it's making you money. The advantage. No. Cash flow depreciating asset. You know the difference. So bala kununua Range Rover, dunua truck instead. No. Do at least ama ma3. Ma3 si ni ma3 depreciating asset. Kama ni Isuzu ni Isuzu. Hizo ngaje NPR. Sijui ni NPR ama tukae nimesahau hiyo jina. It's an Duramax engine. Hiyo ni ile Isuzu engine ya diesel. So it's a depreciating asset. From day one, it's just getting older every day. So it's just a bunch of steel bolts and nuts and rivets and ikishake ina disintegrate pole pole. That's what I mean by that. No. So Maisha, like your YouTube show when you paid off the 200K truck, how was that journey and experience? Oh, I was really working hard. When I had payments, I don't have anymore. I'm just driving the truck. But now the truck has maintenance issues now. The game is not over. So I'm going to maintenance issue. But I'm happy that I don't have to pay anybody anything, which was a good experience kwangu. No. I still have another truck I'm paying for. In Bakikama, I don't know how much, 50,000, 50 something thousand. Ile truck yangu ya pili, ile number 2. I still have things I'm paying for. but zinani help eventually because ni business expense. Another story for another day. Ndaanza kuongea mambo ya business kwa ile, because muulizo maswali kila siku, ndaanza kuongea mambo ya business structurally, in a way, membership only. Ndio, if you want to learn something, unakuwa member for 1 month, una subscribe, very cheap, itakuwa very cheap. Ile tu, instead of repeating myself all the time, nimeona tu ni kuena ni add value kwa wale wase they need to. See, it's not for everybody. You can do it two way. You can go to the beginning of a video, a man cave, watch all the man cave if you have the time. But because I want to save some people some time, they don't have that time. Ndaanza channel, ndaanza tu segment fulani ya membership only, naongea juu ya mambo ya business, ile just to share my business experience, but ile group ya watu, in case you ile fast forward, just because it's going to take me some time, ni poa kama ni membership. Ndio kwa ile people understand vizuri kabisa, unaona? So I'll do that. So if you have time, go watch everything. But if you don't, ndaanza ingine ni summarize kila kitu. Vini vipi? Na kuona kuna ni mwingine, hello guys, mambo poa sana hapa hivi. Nataka catch up na comments. So kuna daddies, good idea, create your own community. That's true. Hey Maisha States, please reply me kindly on what did you send me a message kwa TikTok ama? I'll do it later. Kama I'll always reply, believe me. Labda sijaiona bado. Naona. So kuna clean print and brands, watu watembee western, wajue watu wengine ni wa Kenya bado. Yeah, that's true. Naona. Sema Uganda. Sawa, nisema tu blank space. You can put everything over there. Naona. King of Minnesota. I'm not the king of Minnesota. I just happen to live in Minnesota. One of a drop in a bucket full of water. Naona. Mimi naishi tu Minnesota hapa, some nobody. Hii state ina population ya 5.9 million people. Compare na Kenya. Naona. Na compare na economy. I like this place though. Sijai regret kuhama huko hivi. I was supposed to be in Boston, Massachusetts. Haiko happen. Nika move up hivi instead. But I've never regretted it. Naona. Hear about asylum in Canada. Yeah, that's a good thing. Kama ina make sense kwako, by the way, kuchukua asylum Canada, do it. Naona. Ni all about personal development. Unajijua. Naona. Kila mtu, ndio musema hivi. Okay, kama kuna mtu alisema ati I take faith, naweza tumia example ya faith for example. So mimi nikisoma hata kama nimewacha anything before niangalie, it could be a long talk. For information, Warren Buffett ni investment anasema when the economy, when there's an inflation, price everything becomes cheap. So if you're Warren Buffett, you will buy cheap things. When the economy recovers, all the cheap things have more value. That's how he built his wealth, by the way. That's what Warren Buffett is saying. Be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. That's what he means by that. Ile yani ukiona, because when stocks zikishuka value, watu wa freak out. Wana freak out. Kama kuna time nimechajua $5, why am I paying $5? Kumbe kuna share moja nilinunua, sijui ni 7 years ago, hata sikumbuki ni lini. Ili lose value mpaka I owed them money. Kisema, oh man, nini bana, say they charging me for their stupid shares. Anyway, ina happen hivyo. So when the shares are cheap, buy them. Ziki improve, utakuwa na more value. That's how Warren Buffett amekuwa rich over time. Of course, kuna other things, but let's just take the textbook version of it. Ile to make you feel good. There's always a deeper meaning. Elon Musk, see, genius, he's a businessman. Akuanza Tesla, akuanza SpaceX, no, kila kitu. There's a story behind it. But akiandika biography, watampaint kama unreal person. Naona hivyo. So that's why I say hivyo. Jesus is not a white man. Naona. Hiyo ni painting ya rendition ya Roman Empire kwa Greek Empire na kitu hiyo. Kitu hizo. Ni ile tu unaona, hii inakaa ni kama it's more relatable. Naona. Others go as fathers, acha tutote story ya religion. Ndakasirisha watu bure hapa hivi. Kuna wasawaga very deep. So ni hivi, vipi Albo? Hope you're having a great Sunday. Ndiyo kuingia for Man Cave Nuggets. Karibu sana Michael Ochieng, karibu sana. Karibu. Nimechelewa kidogo leo. I feel guilty nikichelewa. Move kama I'm letting people down. But I was taking care of my daughter. So hey, new subscriber here. Oh, welcome. Trick Pixie Photography. You'll teach me some photography because I do photography kama side thing. Hata sijui nini. So kuna Maisha, mama Maish Ken, asemaje, hey Albo, on the aspect of investment abroad and living there and investing abroad and living in Africa, which offers best quality of life and family life? Maish Ken, it depends though. No, it depends. Juu mimi home is where I am right now. Hapa ni home kwangu. Unaona hivyo? Kwanza nigo a further step. Kama for example, yesterday niko naongea na my dad. Tulifanya kitu na yeye jana. Singe record. I mean, I was tempted to say, this is my dad. Let me just keep him out of Maisha stage. Anyway, tuko na kununua kitu fulani na van. Ilikuwa he needs a bigger vehicle. Akanipigia simu kambia, well, ndakuwa free maybe after lunch hivi. Time kama saa hivi. So you're talking about it. Akambia, hey Albert, so uta invest Kenya lini? Yakaniambia hivyo. Do you invest Kenya? My dad invest Kenya heavily. Invest Kenya. But he lives here. So how hivyo? No. So my dad home ni hapa. I made sure that happened. Hiyo ilikuwa personal project yangu. No. Alikataa kuja, mwisho akahama hapa hivi. So my parents live here. My mom and my dad wanaishi hapa. Sawa. Invest Kenya. Sawa, which is good. It's a good feeling. It depends on what you want in your life. Kama mimi nikianza business, my goal was to build my business here first. Then nikamku niongeze business kwenda Kenya. Why? Because my primary residence ni Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mimi naishi Minneapolis supposedly, but karibu na place inaitwa Plymouth na Minneapolis naishi hapo, yani somewhere in between. I think I don't even know how the map on a draw. No. Niko na Minneapolis, Minnesota. So mimi naishi Minneapolis, Minnesota. Alafu hiyo ndio my primary residence. So kuna business fulani I'll be more comfortable kama nazimanage kama niko hapa, because it gives me what to do. Alafu najua a day-to-day activity of how everything is going on. So itakuwa easier kwangu kuinvest hapa. Why? Because ukikuwa States, for example, it matters where you live. Why? Because of your kids going to school district. So ukisema kama my kids, yani shule yao iko 10 minutes from this house. 10 minutes. So if I'm dropping them off na kuna winter, na ni half an hour, at least nitatoka half an hour earlier. Nifike huko on time. Naona hivyo. It matters where you live because of your kids. But if my kids were like adults, hata nakuwa naishi Kenya 6 months, US 6 months, then we'll have a different story. Nasema it depends where you are. Mimi, overall, because I'm raising kids right now, youngest is 2, 3 and turning 3 this year, ndaka hapa States for now, maybe the next, I don't know, 10 years hivi. But after 10 years, ndakuwa invest both sides. Naona. Ama, kama ndakuwa healthy enough kuwa alive, maybe 5 years down the line when things ease up a little bit, when my youngest kid gets a little bit old enough, independent, I'll start investing in Kenya pole pole. Ndio by 10-year mark, niko nimefika ile ideal where I want to be. That's what I would do, by the way. So it depends. Ukikuwa hapa, this is where you make your money. Uta-invest Kenya easily, by the way. Dollar you convert faster than Kenya. I think so. Mimi kuangalia kama, for example, goal yangu mwanga hivi, if I can make $6,000 in Kenya leo, hii investment iko ready next month. Naona hivyo. Hiyo ndio minimum yangu. Kwa sababu most people mujua I'll make 1,000, 2,000 a month, by the way, which is still good, Kenyan shillings, but US, livelihood yangu, nishasema mara moja, mushe hiki tu, by the way, openly. Cost yangu ya living per month, na watoi na, wacha combine mpaka bills za wife na kila kitu, tuna spend north of 8,000 a month for monthly expenses. Imagine, 8,000 a month. I'm trying to lower it. Kuna vitu unnecessary hapo, lakini ndazilower pole pole. But mimi mwenyewe running the household kama 6,000. So hiyo tu ni ile, hizi ma extra zile we can get rid of. No. How tuwezi help it ni mortgage. Lazima we pay off or anything. Or sometimes kama kuna bills kama za mortgage na nini, what you can do ni ile uanze business ingine ile ina substitute. Yani it makes enough money to cover your monthly expenses. Useme hii business hii ni ya kulipa bills. That's it. Ndio ile business ingine ni kuendelea grow faster. That's how you do it. Musamanga sometimes in learn kwa Myron Gold nasemaje, don't worry about how am I going to pay for this. Sometimes ni kusemaje, useme ati this is too expensive. Sema how can I make this work? Naona hivyo. How can I pay for this? So sometimes see, it's not like you're broke. Sema tu I need to make more money. Yes, ukuliza, well, I don't have enough money. Question, answer, I need to make more money. Sema tu hivyo, I need to make more money. Alafu kuna hiyo attitude. Ile, instead of kuwa na scarcity mindset, kuwa na abundance mindset. Nimelana kwa hiyo book ya Myron Golden 3 years ago. Abundance mindset ni ile, you know you don't have it now, but you start thinking about it. Naona. Hiyo thought yako, hiyo process hiyo, before you know it, unapata ushai level out. Happened to me. Mi ni witness. Niliacha kusema I'm too broke, sema I need more money, nikaanza hivyo. So kuwa na need more money, you start taking risks zile normally you wouldn't. Alafu zikifail na fail, but zikisucceed, unakuwa level nyingine. So by the way, ni ukweli huwezi adjust status na umari a US citizen inside US with a visit visa. Waliitoa kidogo, Trump administration ilitoa. Unajua wako against immigration from countries za wazungu. So hiyo ndio trademark yao ya administration. Although they have 2 more years to go. I believe wakitoka, everything will come back to the way it was before. Or maybe with slight changes. I don't know. Ni government, ni policy. Vituka hizo. Sure, I'm glad to hear you echo those words. Oh, that's good, that's good. Sema tu, I can't afford them. You're the same thing. I can't afford this. How can I? It's a different question to ask. How can I afford it? See, I can't afford it. Because who said that you don't have the same brains that I have? Alex Amokweli, maybe yours are bigger than mine. Because I know mine is small. Zenye ni kubwa. I'm being honest. Sema hivyo. See, ile tu, maybe ni ile kuwa na humility. I don't think I'm better than you. I don't think so. You guys are better than me. By far. By far. Maybe you're younger, you're stronger, you're taller, mkona hizo advantage. You know yourself. Jiangalia usemaje. Acha niangalie vitu ngapi nimeshinda albo. Man. Yeah, mi niko 5'8". Musema 5'9" to the nearest 10. But 5'8" point something. So musema 5'9". I'm short. No. Alafu, I'm older. Short, older, late 40s. You guys, some of you, they're younger, ukona activity, man, you have a lot to go. If you take this mindset now, at your age, 5 years from now, utakuwa 3-4 times better than me. Maliniko sahi. Pia maybe the increase, ile inflation, kila mtu grow. But that's what I'm saying. You're better than me. Because unasikia hizi vitu, nobody told me these things. I had to read them. Unajua, the patience it takes to read a book. Oh my goodness, I'm like, when am I going to finish this? I'll have sometimes see one day thing, kusoma book. Maybe ni 2 weeks, maybe ni kuna activity hiyo weekend ingine, so utaskip hiyo weekend. You're struggling to finish the book. Ukimaliza tena ukuje review. Oh man, your patience, it takes a while. But kama una time kusoma hiyo book, it won't change you as much. Itakupatia, it will stimulate your mind. You'll know what you need to do. Ama itakupatia something to navigate. Ni kama tuseme mtu akutupe kwa ocean, akwambie land iko hii side ingine ama mahali hapa hivi. Alafu figure out how to get to land. Naona. Ukithinki soma, okay, wait a minute. Na get this story kwa ule msa alikuwa nimesahau jina yake. Alikuwa Russia, alikuwa military Kenya, nimesahau jina yake though. Alisema alikuwa anaangalia jua najua navigation. Kama ni asubuhi, jua iko east. Alafu inaenda west, anaangalia shadow naona, oh, so this is north. So forest Ukraine iko hapa. So if I keep going this way and this way, napata niko Russia or wherever is going. Navigation. Yani ile when you read a book, inakupatia some direction, some sense of, if this guy did this and this and that, maybe I can do it too. Maybe. Now, maybe, by the way, it will take you places. No. That's why I don't want to pick on Christianity sana, because watu wengi mujua au wa set back na Christianity. Umepata green card, umeongea na pastor wako, amekwambia maybe you should not go to America. God told me. Musamanga hivi, question everything. When somebody tells you God told me, kama nilizonga hiyo swali siku moja on a context, muulize how did God speak to you? Tell me. No. If you're all God's children, alikwambia nini? Ilikuwa email, ilikuwa text message, ilikuwa a voice from watu samativo. It's a cliche. It could be true, but mwambie how was, kwa sababu lazima uko specific. Ulitumia WhatsApp ati cling. Oh, it's from God. How do you know ni God ama ni scammer? You never know. God spoke with me and told me I should not do this. Okay, how did God speak to you? Exactly. Did you get an email? Ilikuwa imesema nini? Ilikuwa nini? Probably itakuwa sijui Jehovah at God that sijui area code ya heaven ni gani. No. Uliza swali, kuwa deeper. No. Because watu tumie hiyo kama tu ni musama ni being delusional. Your mind is so big unaweza kuwa delusional. I don't know what you're smoking. No hivyo. So man, soma tu book itakupatia direction. Ama sometimes watch videos na kuinspire, alafu from that inspiration, before it die out, ni kama moto, itumie kumove to the next step. You'll be surprised. Tusema, wow, oh, I'm getting somewhere. Hii kwa experience yangu, by the way. No. So God did anyone, okay, so just but I'm terrible. No, excuse me, more critical Christianity in a way, kind of. Not the whole thing, just some specific. No. So hi Albo, can you advise on a legitimate website we can use to apply for unskilled jobs in the United States? Mostly watu wengi post kwa hizi ma Indeed, Fiverr, vitu kaa hizo. Kama ni cruise ship, for example, June one of the best jobs iko available, cruise ship. Nimewatch video ya cruise ship, by the way, ile kama documentary, because I wanted to understand more. Because kama ningeweza ningeenda for cruise. Ningeenda, by the way, I would love to. But my kids, man, they're going to school. No, bad calculation. Ninge travel when I didn't have any kids, but I didn't have enough money. No. Nipe tips za survive UK. Magician, I don't even know, man. Sijui nikwambiaje UK. Uliza huku UK, jinake nani? Huku UK, nani? Timo, huku UK. Ako YouTube na TikTok siku hizi. Muulize, I wouldn't really know. Ni ile tu, once for ground, asijaishi, I'll be lying to you. Nakambia ile kama tuseme tu tips, kutakuwa na racism. Timo nani? Timo aitwa huku UK. Huku UK, channel yake, huku UK. Sijui kama itaiva bado, I think so. Bado mumuache, huku UK, atakwambia. Sijui kama atakwambia, but ile enda watch video zake. Anaishi UK. Ama, tafuta content creator. Kuna uongo mingi na fluff, but ni poa kuangalia if somebody is taking their time to create. I'm kind of in a creator economy because I make videos for YouTube. So mostly, idea yangu ya video ni ile, mtu ya kukua as authentic as possible. In what way? I'm sharing my experience. Ile you're living this life yangu through me, kitu kaa hiyo, unaona. And ile ukiwatch channel yangu kama nikidrive truck, unaona video ya tracking exactly what I was doing kwa truck. Nikisahau, nikipotea, kwa nini? Because na believe hivi, ile authenticity itakupatia the clearest picture in case you find yourself in my situation, una drive truck. Kwa niambia hivyo, I was so glad by this. Somebody told me that, Albo, niko na watching video zako on a daily basis, hata sikuwa najua. Amekuja US hiyo msee finally. Kukuja hapa hivi, akapata atishaongea na yeye. Sitaki kumtaja jina sahi. I don't like putting people on the spot. Aliniambia when he went for his driving test, ni kama alikuwa he's been there already. Kwa nini? Zile video zangu za driving zilimsaidia kupass test yake ya driving. Alienda one time akapass. Nikisema, man, I didn't even know. I thought I wasn't even doing anything. Jumina ile passion ya kurecord, ile authentic. Of course, here to share my family because you're private. I have to get their consent. Ndio niwashare wote kwa video. Wataka historika hiyo. Mimi is family channel. Alafu naona kama family channel inakuwa kama kwangu specifically. Haitasaidia mtu sana kujua how do I live my... No, haitasaidia mtu sana kushow family yangu. These kids, all of them have their own personality. Alafu kuna watu wapendi camera. Naona hivyo. Kama my wife is a musician. The last time she made music, 7 years ago kwa YouTube. Ani nimegundua hiyo channel nimeona leo nimewatch. Oh, nikamta, why did you stop making music? I don't know. 7 years. No. Tulianza YouTube kitambo. So, enda wangalie creator ula kwa UK, alafu watch them maybe once every day. Uangalie tu yani, kama wanaongea vitu ile advice real, itakusaidia kunavigate through hizi kukua diaspora. To be honest. Mula ni kwa watu wengine. Kama sahi nini ya Kenya, ikiangalia kama seme life ya Kenya, watch Kenyan creators. Actually, ikiangalia Maisha States kama channel, ile the YouTube channel behind it, nimesubscribe kwa any Kenyan content I find. Kwa nini? That's how I know what's happening. It's not everything, but musema a good chunk. Kuna wasemu watch podcast yao, kama kuna moja nimeona leo ime show up. Nikaiangalia sema, okay, it's a good idea, but they don't have audio. So, man, I wish wangenijua ningeongea nao. Nununi microphone moja, hata, I don't even know what to tell them. No. Hata ningevolunteer no by it's a really good content, lakini I want audio. Not knowing that audio is half the video. 50% of the video ni audio. The other 50 ndio video. Na kama audio ni mbaya, man, nobody will watch. Nobody will watch it. That's why I invest more, even when I'm doing my videos, kwa track, I work on my audio. I don't think you guys mta appreciate kusikiza how the track actually feels like inside. It's louder than you think. Lazima nifunge madirisha, nitumie microphone moja specific, field recorder, ni umsikie ile crispy sound ya track when I'm making a video. Kama wale wajui, make video kama na drive track. Because it's my track. I mean, nikiwa in trouble, well, then I'll stop. Lakini ni hivyo. Natumia audio kwa sababu ni 50% ya hiyo experience. Kuna ile wasemanga 5 senses, naona? Ile sight, smell, taste, nini ingine, touch, nimesahau gani ingine, ile kusikia, hearing. So ukiwatch video yangu, at least nataka usikie at least 50% of your senses zikuwe, uone ile visual, uisikie. You're not gonna smell it, you're not gonna touch it, you might feel it 0.5%, kitu kaa hiyo. So mpata ile feeling ile, when I'm hitting a pothole, mnaisikia, naona? But ile softly. Kuna something about sound kama dB, the decibels. Ikue past 0, ita clip. That's what I'm saying. Find somebody who learn how to go about it. Alafu ukipata ile kama good practices, anza kupractice good practices. Itakuwa part of you. Mona. So that's what I would say. States gani? States high. Oh, states high. States high. I'm sorry. Naongea Kiswahili hapa hivi. Hi. Hello Albo. Kenandia. Vipi? There are travels mtu wangu naona. God did anyone anything? I don't know what that means. That's about an example. Nico Best, long time. Oh, DJS, Keragiti. No. I don't know what you're saying, there are travels. Type 10. What strategy could someone do to invest towards 1M in stocks and index funds? Hassan Maisha. If you want to be a stocks millionaire, it's very simple. Lazima kuna shortcut. I think minimum 3 years utakuwa na 1 million. Naona. The best way ni ile kuna specific. Yaani utafanya hivi. I wish nikwambia hivi. Kuna portfolio za stock, sawa? Kuna zile high performing kama Apple, MacBook, iPhone number 1, Nvidia. So what you do ni ile kuna category kwa hiyo, if you're dealing with stocks, utapata kuna ile category ya tech iko hapa hivi. So enda ununue tech, like Nvidia kila kitu, Tesla kila kitu hapa. Alafu nunua general hapa. Yaani utaidiversify in a way. The trick is ile pesa ya Range Rover yote dump huko. Naona. Example. Ile pesa ya Range Rover ile $2,000 a month payment, sema 500 kwa hii, 1,000 kwa hii, 500 kwa hii. Alafu dump hiyo pesa, any extra money, 3 years hivi utakuwa worth 1 million in stocks. By the way. Muiona hata mimi, feel some, oh man, these kids. But it's okay, I mean, ile tu alternatively. But what's the trick? Tumelani kitu sahi. Instead of saying, man, these kids cost me a lot of money. Nasema, how can I make more money? Naona hiyo difference. See ati, unaona kama hii ni scarcity mindset. It's only one cake and I need to get a piece of pie of that cake. Sema, I'm going to bake more cakes. Naona hivyo. Hiyo ndio advantage. I'm not going to share one cake. I'm going to have a piece of the pie from so many pies. Ndio hiyo, diversify. Mwana hivyo. 3 years hivi, sema una raise kama use 2,000 every month kwa hizi ma stocks. Especially saa hivi, like kama US economy iko shaky in a way. Alafu 3 years from now, iki-improve, utakuwa point something million. But that should not stop you. Yini kitakuwa kama milestone. Alafu ngojea tena another 3 years, utakuwa maybe 10 million. Ngojea another, man, that's G. Inaendelea kuenda tu. But hiyo ni in stocks. Hiyo ni kitu yani, you don't want to withdraw, utaborrow against them. Alafu ukuwe na asset ingine kama tuseme real estate. Naona hivyo, watu hufanya hivyo, wana leverage. Vile Elon Musk alinuaje Twitter, alikuwa na stocks zake za Tesla na nini, akaenda kwa bank akaborrow money from the bank, 43 billion. Akalipa ma shareholders wa Twitter, wakampatia akachange jina to X. Sawa? Alafu walipa hiyo deni, ni very interesting. Sijui kama it makes sense nikiwaambia. So what happens ni hivi, aliborrow against the shares, knowing that 3 years from now, value ya shares zake itakuwa increase maybe 2-3 times over. That's why yeye ni trillionaire ama ni billionaire. Ni billionaire, alishuka chini tena, 900 billion. Ni ile stocks zake ziko worth 900 billion. Naona. It's not something amefanya tangible, akona cash, akona, alafu najua ile, it depends which country you live in. In America there is a way that in America if you're a rich businessman, the state favors you. No. Sijui kama mnajonga hivyo by the way. I don't know if ni mbaya kusema hivyo, but simi nishaisema hivyo. Kuna msalisema very clearly, IQ Watson alikuwa kwa podcast ya Dr. Kingori. Tunga hivyo Dr. Kingori. Ule msali kwa Nation. Akasema kuna vile business in America inakufavor kama wewe ni businessman. 100% by the way. 100% inakufavor. If you're in business in America, everything works for you, see against you. Naona hivyo. Kuna vitu viko so funny that nikiwaambia it will sound illegal. Kani nikiwaambia somebody was asking me what kind of car do you drive? Nikasema tu I drive a Ford Transit. Naweza kuwa na Ford Transit van saa hii nikinunua in a business, it's a business car. Naona. 100% has nothing to do with me. Naona. Na because of that, every time natumia hiyo gari kama kuweka fuel, kufanyia maintenance, everything, any expense associated with that vehicle, because ni ya biashara, ni tax write-off. What does that mean? Uliza watu wa CPA watakwambia what tax write-off means. Meaning, all the money I make, part of the expenses ya hiyo gari ni business expense, si personal. Naona hivyo. It favors you kukuwa na business in America. So, one of the trick ni ile, kauna kama employee, sawa. Juu uko na employee, your first business partner is your job. But ukitumia hii strategy pole when like build, your job will become your main earning anything. No. Itakuwa yani, this is what you're doing now on a daily basis. Naona hivyo. Your job becomes your first business partner is your job. Acha niangalie question nyingine hapa hivi pia. So that's what you do na nini. So which Christianity today, a lot of things happen. Imagine someone gets healed, the surgeon spent hours in the operation room, guy gets healed, and the patient went straight kwa pastor to say thank you. I don't know. Richie is very very skeptic. Very skeptic. Juu ukiangalia there's one time nilikuwa curious. Sina hiyo nini hapa chat. Nilikuwa na watch a scholar and a debate na a Christian. Anyway, tu any debate kwa YouTube, I think kwa YouTube, everywhere, any platform. Mali kuna Christian na kuna atheist ama kuna whatever wana discuss. Alafu sikia zile maswali wanaulizwa, alafu wana answer. Naona. After the whole experience ya debate, utarealize at the end of the day, if you are logical, utasema who won and who lost. Naona hivyo. So mimi kuna mabesti yangu muonge nao, wengine nasema tu hata sitaki kuingia deep into this swali yenyewe. Nasema hivyo. So Richie amesema aje, which Christianity today, a lot of things happen. Imagine someone gets healed, number one, the surgeon spent hours in operation room, the guy gets healed and the patient went straight to the pastor to say thank you. Naona hivyo. Yani anakuthank the person who never healed them in the beginning. Naona. Hiyo ndio shida sasa. The person who never healed them anaenda kuthank. Oh, I thank you for healing me. Man, no. You're just thanking some guy. Na maybe umesahau Richie, that analogy is so good until uone ile bill ya surgeon ni how much. Itakuwa 300,000. Alafu ya pastor ni how much? Maybe ni 10,000. It depends. Watu wangani kama musema hivi kuna wa say they need your type of religion. Ile waambie what to do. I get that. No. According to Mumu wana hii story yote may come through colonialism. Wasali wana the best way kumanipulate watu wako intelligent, very very patient before msa jam na mimi. It's not like ukikuwa na ile your customary traditions zilikuwa ati hizi ni fake. Hapana. The best way kukonka watu ni kuwakonka through their mind. No. How come mzungu anakuja Afrika, British specifically, si mzungu, British anakuja Afrika na hizo makantri zingine wana colonize watu wanaishi huko who are smart enough, they know everything, alafu wana convince your things are inferior, ours is superior, alafu wanawacha huko alafu mnakuwa kama ma robots. Musa kama everybody drank the Kool-Aid. Niko na hiyo example, I don't know how I can do that. Kama ningefanya example ni ile uchukue kama how do I example, uko na glass ya maji. I wish niko na glass ya maji ni washo. Kuna glass ya maji hapa hivi, alafu uchukue sukari uingishe kwa glass ya maji, alafu ikoroge. Unaona? Shekoroga, siidi kwa maji kawaida kwa tu H2O, maji ya kawaida. Alafu meka a tablespoon of tuseme dye ama nini, sukari, chumvi umekoroga, ukisip kidogo hivi utasikia ina taste funny. Hii ni sukari, hii ni maji ya sukari, si maji kawaida. But in terms of hiyo story ya kuwa brainwashed ama indoctrinated, kuna wasa wali sip hiyo maji ya sukari kusema ni tamu, lakini I'm skeptic. Kuna wasa kunywa halfway, naona. Kuna wasa kunywa yote maji ya sukari ya kumaliza. So it depends on how much Kool-Aid ulikunywa na hiyo kudanganya. Juu kama hapa US kulikuwa na slavery, ile osamanga Bible tu ya kawaida, ile the evangelical Bible iko na whatever amount. Kulikuwa na slave Bible. Believe me, if you doubt it, ndainunua nikuonyeshe, tuisome pamoja uone. Ili eliminate Exodus, ilikuwa ina get away with some verses, ili convince our slaves. Alafu kumbuka ilikuwa the difference ya kama naongea stories, sijui kama iko acceptable na hii platform yangu, but ni hivi. Ukikuwa unavile saa Kenya kuna customary laws. Kama sasa mimi mwambianga wife, hii ni ka joke, ile tu running joke, inside joke. Mwambia wife, no, you know I married you. And because wewe ni mzungu hapa hivi, I got you for free. No, ilikuwa free. Tulimeet, tukaongea, tukaoana for free. Wedding, boom boom boom. Actually they did the ceremony. Mama yake alikuwa na ceremony kidogo. Alafu mimi kwa ceremony ya tukamalizana. Game over. No, I got you for free. Lakini Afrika, ukioa demu Afrika, kuna dowry. No. So technically it's like you're buying the woman from their family. So ni kweli, by the way, ni transactional. Umeona? In terms of exchange, watu wakioa mostly is like you're buying. So ukibuy mwanamke, chances are, kama niyo culture ya patriarchy, utamtreat kama property. She becomes your property. You're fully in charge of her. Mwambianga wife, I don't own you. No. I got you for free, number one. Mimi siku own. You're your own person, I'm my own person. That's why akichelewa nimbaya truck, ndio kuna truck yake asema ati nakula pesa yake. Ile tu mimi na think about business kama business hivi. I don't own you kabisa. Kama I didn't even get you for free, tuliamua tukae pamoja. So sisi ni kama my partner in crime. I don't own you kabisa. Zero. No down payment, nothing. No. It's not buying, it's appreciating the family as a man. Don't get it twisted. Eric South nakabia kweli kabisa, it's owning. No. Ukibai mwanamke, mimi ukibai mwanamke kama sasa, kama mimi nakamkenya kuoa, ndapo price tag moja ya $1 million, wata consider alboni Maisha states, ako states, conversion ya dollar, say whatever you want. In the context ya African culture, ni appreciating the family. In the modern context sahi, based after colonialism, ni purchasing, you're buying a woman. Why do you have to pay? No. Kama mtu kutoka hapa states anasema I've been here, sikudanganyi, ni ukweli kabisa. Naona sahi context ni the easiest way to acquire wealth. Naona utapewa price tag ya unataka mwanamke wangu akona degree, akona nini, hiyo sasa ni 1 million, 2 million, alafu kimnunua akuja cheat on wewe. Naona no return of investment. But you know what I'm saying, it's very tricky. Don't get offended. Need to analogy. It's like you're paying for something. You're buying somebody. No. So if you buy something, that means you own it. Kama unafika jioni hivi unapata chakula imepikwa kila kitu, you know, you're good to go. Mimi sikufanya hivyo. Mimi nilipata wife yangu for free. No. Free. So mwambia, but I gave you kids. Mwambia, no, it's our kids. No hivyo. So Eric South, mbona usi-appreciate mwanamke too? Just being curious. Bro, leo unaongea sense sana. And you kweli, it's like purchasing. Juu unalipa dowry. Watu wako states hapa hivyo, watu wao kutoka Kenya. Unapigonga price tag ingine sema, on second thoughts man. Sijui unalipa down payment. Hiyo si ni nyumba, hiyo ni mortgage. Down payment, alafu namlipia familia yake over time. That's true. Unaona? Ndio iko hivyo. Hiyo ni patriarchy, ni culture fulani. So slavery in US, that's my point. Siyo mambo ya wife, naongea tu ile example. Point yangu ni hivi. Slavery in America ilikuwa hivi. Ship inakuja kutoka Africa, kama ni Ghana, whatever hiyo story ya Ghana, inakama inaingia Jamestown. Jamestown ni East Coast huko hivyo. Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, hiyo area huko hivyo. Ikiingia hivi, wanangojea. Mazi niko na picture by the way. I have post. Man, I won't even tell you. Hizi vitu Morgan take very seriously. Si joke. Because Morgan very curious. Ship ikiingia hivi, kuna auction. Demo natolewa na kwa pale mbele. Unaona? Unaambua angalia demo. Kama kuna ile turntable, Morgan turntable hapa hivi. Unaambua spin around, unaona? Demo na spin around. Akona haga, akona hair, unaambua okay, $100, $200, $300, msee, sikudanganyi, I'm not kidding, it's real. Alafu unanunuliwa, sold, unatolewa, unaingia hapo, kama mtoya anayeko hapo, man, naona. So these people American, watu wa UK kuja hapa kucolonize America, walikuwa they were purchasing human beings. So kuwa na slave si ati uko na mtumwa. Mtumwa ni jina gani? Sijui Kiswahili. Si ati somebody who works for you. You own them. Ni property. Utaenda kwa bank, utumie huyo mtumwa wako kama collateral. Useme I want $1 million. What's your collateral? Nikana huyu dem alitoka Africa, huyu ndio collateral. Alafu unachukua hiyo dem na kajina yake pale. Ukidefault payment, ukidefault your loan, they come and get your slave. Naona. That's why usamangaje, slave hakuwa binadamu, alikuwa property. Naona. So having more slaves ni kama leverage. Okay, aka kama if you don't know what this thing evolved to. Kukuwa na slave, hao ndio wali create stock market, by the way. Because now you don't need a slave kama ule mtu, kuna stock market, unaweza trade. If you have shares, you can borrow against your shares. Back then ilikuwa una borrow against mtumwa wako. Unaona? So ni property. Sikudanganyi. Ni history kwa hapa, by the way. Hata kuna Museum of African American Washington DC. Nikipata chance nitatravel kwa siku moja one of these days, ndapiga picha kila kitu, bring my camera niwaambie. Ni poa ku understand hii history ndio ujue mbona wa Afrika waga maskini na hao wengine ni tajiri kutuliko. Tulikuwa property wao for free. 100% leverage kila kitu. Si just mfanyakazi, ni property. Utakununua ile shamba, neka example. Who's my best example? Kama sasa kutumia jina mtu hapa. Tuseme kama ningekuwa na property yangu, mtu fulani property, na mweka kama yeye ndio collateral. Naona, collateral. Nasema ndaboro $2 million, ndio collateral. Bila sababu ni mtu slave ni nini? Anafanya kazi from 6 to 6. Naona, tobacco farm. Kwa sababu colonialism hapa America ilianza kama drug dealer, kwa uzanga tobacco, which is a drug by the way, kauja hizo. So ilikuwa drug dealers kwanza, number 1. So hiyo machine ya kufanya drug dealing, hiyo ilikuwa binadamu 6 to 6. Sunrise to sunset. Hiyo ni labor consistently. You feed them just enough ya kufanya job. Hawana lifestyle, naona. Ilikuwa property. That's why you're a big deal, by the way, ya slavery. Big deal. Because ilikuwa, wanawake ilikuwa the same way, wanawake. So mwanamke anasema ataka ile female rights. That's exactly what they mean. They don't want to be property anymore. Wanataka kuwa binadamu, naona. Ile ndio msema aje, what I believe in right now ni universal human rights. Kama ni binadamu, sijui class gani, sijui rangi gani, I don't really care. You have a right to exist. Naona. Because you think like me. Si kila mtu yuenda choo, kila mtu yukufa, kila mtu iwali kiharibika, kila mtu anadedi. Naona hivyo. Kuna watu wafikiriangi hivyo, au na kama wako special because of some false ideology over time. Naona hivyo. So niambie sasa, ukienda uodem uwekewe 1.5 million. Mtu wa Kenya umlete hapa umuoe umpatie mapepa. Aingie nursing alafu akuache aanze kucheat on wewe. How are you going to feel? Ulilipa price, there's a price to pay. Naona hivyo. That's what I'm saying. Naona. Kama ni appreciate family, ile context ya ile culture huko. Lakini ukivuka hii side nyingine inakuwa ni kama you're paying for it. Ni asset na liability. Hebu tuone hii. So how much can Uni Hassan Waisa, how much can investing monthly besides portfolio and for how long it takes to reach 1 million, and what's the best shares to invest in? Breakdown please. Hiyo ni kama nifungue portfolio yangu alafu nikuonyeshe. I can't just say, nimesema hivi example, if you know what I'm talking about ni hivi, utapata kuna group ya 10 companies kwa hizi ma brokerage. Kama tuseme ukienda kama Vanguard, ama Fidelity, ama Schwab's. Kuna 10 companies zimekuwa listed kwa hii portfolio. Kuna Nvidia, kuna Apple, kuna IBM, I'm just using an example, tech companies, Tesla, SpaceX, nini, hapa hivi. Utapata shares zao, maybe ni, sijui ni how much per one share. So what you do kwa brokerage ni ile unanunua a piece of it every day, a piece, 0.5, 0.6. So the more money you make, the more unakuwa na 1, 2, 3 ina grow. So you have to be pumping money huko for a long time, and you grow over time. Juu every time unaweka pesa pale, una increase value ya share yako, una increase. That's what, yani, the reason why company, sijuka nianzie wapi sasa mse wangu. Kampuni kwa hivi, kampuni yangu ni privately owned. Kampuni yangu ni privately owned. Unaona? Kampuni yangu ya tracking, privately owned. Suppose ikienda public, inakuwa IPO, inakuwa publicly traded. Sawa? So when people buy my shares because they believe in what I'm doing, and because they believe in what I'm doing, it increase shares ya kampuni. And from the share money that I get from our public investors, use hiyo pesa kama CEO, if I'm the CEO, to grow the company, ndio wale ma investor wapate return in investment. Suppose when my company in the public ilikuwa worth 1 million, alafu nipate watu 1 million wa invest kwa hiyo because they have faith in me. Yani shares ni faith based. Ilo kama I think hii company yom say iko na ile innovative. I see iko na potential ya growth next 3 years. So anybody who wants to make money increase shareholder yake ata invest na a piece of that company. Alafu akona invest every month. So when you put money in, ni kama unapatia hiyo kampuni working capital. A good CEO, overall, a good CEO, atachukua hiyo pesa yenyu, I invest in things, because kumbuka, when an investor, you don't really care what he does, but you expect him, you need a return of your investments, ndio? So a good CEO atachukua ile pesa extra, aseme, oh, I have a trucking company with 100 trucks. Because I have new money from the shareholders, I'm going to increase the fleet to 200. Using the same method I've been using to run the 100, you need double your income. When people see that, company may increase from 100 to 200. I think we have faith in this company. Then more people will come in and pour in money by buying shares, stocks, kwa hiyo company. Then itakuwa na ile more money, working capital. Then CEO anasema, oh, I have 300 more people. What I'll do, I'll double my fleet, equal 3 times more. So the people who invested earlier, wale ikikuwa 100, value yao labda itakuwa times 2. The third year times 3. The people who joined the second year, itakuwa times 2 by the third year. Any example to an analogy to, I'm trying to make you understand. So people wale wana investing earlier, ndio growth yao yoga faster. But most of the time, maybe hizi companies ziko established, zikianza, you didn't even have any money. Maybe ulikuwa high school, au kuwa na hiyo chance. But it's never too late to invest, even if it's 3-7 years in. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu kama hiyo company kuna potential ya ile growth over time, uta-invest in the grow portfolio yako over time. Sasa, that's what you do. A piece of that company. So job ya CEO, primarily, so ndio musemaje, a good CEO ataonaje, tracking I make do sana. So I'll get this extra money from my investors, ni invest na real estate. So at the end of the year, ukitaka dividend, ndaka nimeanza business ingine. So it's like you're using other people's money to build this company. Alafu inakuwa na faith. Naona hivyo. Kama say Starlink imekuwa so famous, ikana ma contract na ma airline, because now you can fly in some airlines, upate wifi from the time unaanza kutoka kwa airport, mpaka mahali unafika destination. Free wifi. See, everybody's free by the way. Lazima kuwe first class, abo ilipie. But siku hizi ndege iko na wifi. So I could be chit-chatting na mtu kwa phone, bila kuinterfere na signal ya ndege, while I'm traveling. Kwa nini? Because of SpaceX. So it may solve problem moja, that used to be a problem before, but now si problem anymore. Naona hivyo. Because umse ame-invent something, ina make sense sasa kukuwa naye. Unaona kitu hiyo? Hiyo ndio maana hiyo kampuni sasa. So ukisema Asana Waisa atakuinvest 1 million, lazima uanzie mahali. Alafu uanze kuinvest. Yani start before you're ready. Hiyo ndio concept. Mimi nisema ndaanza YouTube channel 2020. Natumia kama example ile ina relate. 23. Ningeanza 22 by the way. I was just procrastinating. No. Nikaanza channel. So kwanza, so far, nimepost karibu 700 videos kwa hii channel, tangu nianze, because of consistency. Okay, as they do poor sana most of them, because niko naanza from scratch. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. Musa matuile idea yangu ni kushare. So meaning, if those videos likuwa investment over time, what do you need? Okay, just throw it over there. Got burnt?
Yeah.
Okay
then.
Plugged
in.
Okay.
It almost caught fire.
I didn't know that.
It was on your side of the bed.
Okay.
The whole house would have burned down.
Good. I'm in the live. So, bye. I'll investigate. It's probably poor quality.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta buy the good stuff.
Okay.
Almost burned the house down. Can I
Good to know.
leave her here?
Yeah. I'm almost done. Yep.
It's too hot to take her with.
Okay. So unasema hivyo, unasemaje utakuwa your primary objective ni ile kuincrease shares za hiyo kampuni, ndio ule msana kama baadaye inakuwa lucrative. I won't waste my money kuinvest na hii kampuni. Lakini kumbuka hizi makampuni ziko na life cycle pia. So sometimes kuinvest na share ni unasemaje ni long term game. Unaweza buy shares kwa hii kampuni, run for 14 years, ikuwe irrelevant, ikuwe replace na ingine. But if you've been buying a basket of shares, hata ikuwa irrelevant, ili take over, utaendelea kuinvest na hii ingine. There is a way na work out kwa hiyo brokerage account Hassan Waisa. I can't tell you specifically. Lazima nifungue page yangu hivi nikuonyeshe vile mufanya. Example. Hata mimi si pro, muwe na ile tu instinct. Unaona, muwe na kwa ile tech. Kama usema hivi, in US, unaona US. Hii ni neza jina ile kwa circle back kwa ile story ya Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett akianza kuinvest, one of the biggest alisema hivi investment ni hivi, alisema yeye ukiangalia Warren Buffett vitu hiyo invest naye ni very strategic. Alafu because make so much money from investment, akaona ile leverage ile watu wengi hawana. Yeye ni one of the biggest investor kwa Coca-Cola. Watu wangapi kunywa Coca-Cola in the whole world? It's a global company. Naona hivyo. Kwa nini? Alijua hii tena mbali. So musa mamu advice wase hivi. Ukitaka kuinvest kwa one of the most stable companies, invest in energy kama oil companies. Kwa nini? Because one of the biggest producing ya energy kwa world ni oil. Naona hivyo. So kibuy oil company shares, chances are this is something people use on a daily basis. So unless solar ikuje ikuwe noma sana ama geothermal, just invest in energy in general. Kwa nini? Because watu wengi hutumia energy on a daily basis. Either ita depreciate ama ita appreciate, but it would never stop functioning. Juni oil. No. People buying oil for planes of fly na oil, train na oil, ship na oil. Okay, kama imekuwa source of energy message to solar, invest in solar. Kwa nini? This is something people use on a daily basis. Warren Buffett ameinvest na retail. Hizi maduka zinauza vitu za daily kama furniture. Ameinvest na insurance company. Everybody needs insurance. Unaona hivyo? So portfolio yake yuko guaranteed. Even if he's not the richest man in the world, mali yuko poa bado. I'm not as rich as Elon Musk. I only have like 200 billion. Msee, hata 1 billion ni pesa mingi. No. Me, labda in my lifetime, hata sijui kama ndaifika hivyo. Maybe ndafika. Mwanga very optimistic by the way. But sema ile, hata 1 million ni do mob sana. Ile tu, compared to the guy with the most money, inakaa kidogo. But still kwa mtu wa kawaida, that's what you do. Una invest kwa zile vitu zile ziko na sure fire. Whatever happens, they never die down. Zina float bado. Naona hivyo. Juu, watu wangapi tumia energy? Everybody. Naona. Hii life is powered by energy. Is a carbon electricity, you never know. Maybe it's produced by burning oil generator. Ama hydroelectric, kuna river na mwaga maji. Naona hivyo. Chances are because kuna Mississippi River hapa hivi, hii labda ni hii kutoka Canada, hata sijui energy hapa kutoka wapi. But ama kuna nuclear energy pia, naona. So, huyu asemaje, I get 100k in Kenya and I have secured a job in Florida paying $34 per hour. Any advice? Acha niangalie advice yako. If you secure a job in Florida and you get 100k in Kenya, acha tuone $34 an hour. 34 mulipa dereva wangu 35. So just in case, $34 times 40 hours a week equals 1,360 times 4 weeks equals 5,444 minus tax. I think so. Kuna tax. Sijui tax ya Florida ni how much? State, hakuna state. Sijui, okay. 5,440 per month. Times rate ya Kenya ni ngapi? 130. Tutumie tu 130 kama nini. No. You'll be making 770,000 a month. And you're thinking about coming to Florida again? No. Ulitwaje? Dangston. Come for that job. Kuja hapa mara moja. Of course kuna expenses, but I guarantee you kuja hapa hivi, I mean honestly speaking, ukuja hapa hivi, utafanya hivi just to make yourself feel better. Every month you'll be saving 100,000 Kenya shillings kwa account yako to replace the job that you really love that you lost in Kenya. Naona, you'll make more than that. Na hiyo tu ni ile surface level. Naona, niwaje Dagestan, hiyo tu ile level ya surface. You never know. Hii job ya 34, you might get another job inalipa 65. Upande ingine lipa 85. Upande ingine itoa 120 in the third, fourth year. Unaona? Potential ya to make more money itakuja. Hii tu ni ile, if you're starting with 34, that's a decent paycheck in America, by the way. Even in Florida. Unaona hivyo. Bora usinunue Range Rover, kumbuka hizi my investment hizi. Unaona? It's not just about money. Even exposure and growth. That's true. That's true. Kutoka hivi nje ya country. Oh my goodness. Oh, kama mimi I never knew. I'm going to be honest with you. In the admit live on nini, it's a big deal. I'm going to say, oh, I got him. Controversy. But I love controversy. Controversy will make me more subscribers. But anyway, it's for the wrong reasons. Nivi, I never knew there was a country called Laos. Laos. I didn't even know there's a country called Laos. How many? Okolai say kuna country to Laos? One in the chat. Kama unajua. Laos. L-A-O. Laos. I never knew there's a country like that. Miss Konajua. This is just one of my friends in meet. Comes out, where are you from? Academia Laos. No. I'm asking, where are you from? Laos. I just how stupid nikafikiria. One of my good sasa kumtaja jina. No. Laos. Laos iko karibu na Cambodia na Vietnam, hiyo area hapo hivyo. Wako wengi sana hapa by the way because of the war. No, wako wanasaidia military. Siko najua kuna country ito hivyo. Kama saa kwa Iran, no tuseme northeast of Iran, country gani ziko huko? Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Stan. Kuna country kama 7 hivi. Former Russia ika break into small pieces. So I never knew that. Hata kiangalia maps ionangi hivyo kitu. Unaona? Kama leo semaje ati I think the world is flat. Man, stop kidding yourself. World iko flat, ni globe. Unaona? You have to be, I mean, come on. Very simple thing. Ndege ikifly from UK to the US. Hiyo endaje? Unaona? Ina flying aje? Flat hivi. Hapana. You enda North Pole, alafu inarudi South Pole. Unaona? Siziona kuna ile some things are pretty obvious. You only need a little bit of we check ndio uamini. Unaona? Don't just believe things because you believe them. Unaona? 100k we make that in a day here. Sikia amesema hivi, sikia msee anasema in a day. So ukuja hapa hivi Dagestan, ukuja hapa hivi na 34, that's a good entry point. Alafu within a few years utakuwa kama utakuwa na make 100 a day. Unaona hivyo? Laos iko hapa tena show Cambodia, karibu na Cambodia. Angalia kwa map ya China iko hapa tena kama na zoom out. Ama niko zoom in, zoom out. Niko hapa malimi niko. Unaona? There's so many places you didn't even know existed. Ukiangalia map utaona for the first time Laos ni nimekuwa the edge of the world. Unaona? Atlanta, bali kwa US. Oh my goodness. Nafaa kwenda hapa hivi Asia. Hapa China, angalia mali China iko Hong Kong, Thailand. So kuna Thailand, alafu kuna Bangkok, kuna Cambodia, alafu kuna Vietnam. Ukuja huku juu kuna Laos. Hii hata sijui ni country gani hata ina jina hapa, sikumbuki ni. Oh, hii bado ni Vietnam. Alafu kuna next to Vietnam ni Burma, ile Myanmar, ama ni Myanmar. Kitu hiyo kuna Bangladesh, kuna Bhutan, kuna Nepal, kuna India, kuna Pakistan, kuna Afghanistan, kuna Turkmenistan. Man, naona hivyo. Sikuwa najua hizo vitu by the way. No. It's a good thing kujua, oh, Laos is a country. I never knew that. What do you do? Naona hivyo. Kuna hiyo exposure. Mimi nishakuwa Florida, nishakuwa wapi? Sijakuwa Miami kabisa. Nishakuwa Orlando, Mid Florida na North Florida. Sijaenda Miami bado. I'm yet to. 4 hours away if I want to. Naona. Naweza conquer tu in one day, one time. But kuna vitu zani prevent kufanya hivyo. Naona. So basically, Dagestan wewe kuja, kama una hiyo job, ukipata hiyo job kuja, then just to pay back, hiyo ndio the best thing. Once you get that job ukifika hapa hivi, kuwa na lifestyle tu ile average, alafu save 100k Kenya shillings per month kwa account yako. By December utakuwa na 1.2 million. Naona, alafu niambie. Naona, even ni mufanya hivyo, mupa na ile payback. Something ilikuwa ni prevent kufanya vitu from the beginning. When you start doing it, unasema I'm going to do better. Alafu unafanya better na kwa hivyo. Naona. Utakuwa na very good exposure, utashangaa sana. Utaona Lamborghini for the first time, uone maboat, uone culture, ushindwe, oh, easy lifestyle. Bora tu usione watu wazungu waseme let's go for a boat ride alafu wafuate uende nayo na wewe ndio mtu mweusi peke yake, chances are utarudi home. Unaona? Kuna story really happen for real by the way. Unaona, kuna watu wengine weusi wanafikiria hao ni wazungu, wanasahau ni weusi, alafu unahangaa na hao say na labda deep down hao wanakuchukia na ujui. Unaona, wanakuenvy na wewe ujui, unawafuata tu kijinga vijinga alafu unapata urudi home that night. Don't do that. Unaona, so kuna swali yote tunamaliza hapa bwana. Nimewachia mtoi tena. Unaona, mama amesema anaenda na niwachia mtoi. Wali plug in something imechomeka kidogo, sijui nini chomeka, maybe ilikauka for a long time. Nini ingine? Anything else? Tumeenda an hour and a half. I have to stop now. Sitaki kukaa hapa sana, mtoi yuko peke yake upstairs. Sijui kama wife ameenda bado, naona. So that's what it is. Ila mkakuniambia. So kuna swali yote. Nimekava everything. Sina kama Kool-Aid, kama wewe msema ni new truck driver salary as new. It depends who's paying. No, it depends who's paying. Sahi rate ni kama $30 an hour approximately hourly, $30 an hour. Kuna madereva it depends on your level. I think as a truck driver you could make like $1,500 to $2,500 a week. You range you as a driver, depending on your experience, whatever. Nimeka tu kama roughly between $1,500 to $2,500 a week as a truck driver. Naona summary ya your presentation. What's my summary? Niende Australia ama ni apply America? Enda Australia kwanza, alafu kuja America. Itakuwa easier. Kuna country ukikuwa huko, depending of John Easy. Suppose ukienda Australia kwanza, if you already have the paperwork na kila kitu, enda huko kwanza, then come to America visiting. Itakuwa much easier than from Kenya directly. Naona hivyo. Hizi makantri ukienda zinakupatia, you gain points. Sijui what kind of points, sky miles, whatever they call them. Wanakutake more seriously. Wasema, wewe ni Mkenya, ukaenda Australia, alafu na come kuvisit. Huyu ni mtu genuine. Naona. Kuzol niambia alikuwa anaenda France. Alafu ndege yake kachelewa, ilikuwa sijui ndege ilichelewa from US. So inabidi wapewe hoteli. Wakanafanya madharau na watu wa Faransa, madharau sana. Wenda kwa restaurant, they don't want to serve them because wanafikiri labda watalipa. Alitoa passport hivi akaona, American, walikuwa wazuri all of a sudden. Naona hivyo. Kuna hizi countries za kupatia ile credibility. So kama kuna a part ya Australia, enda Australia kwanza, then come visit. Tukua hiyo, I don't know if it's 12-hour flight, whatever it is, it drives me crazy. But one day I'll fly. Muhet could fly, by the way. But for the sake of going seeing places, and I fly too. So how often do you go live? Every Sunday. Same time as now, every Sunday. Between the week, rarely, but every Sunday. Otherwise, before that, you can ask me a question, send me a message, I'll always answer. Live is every Sunday. In the future, maybe itakuwa every Wednesday too. But I'm busy making money 5 days a week, so I can have a weekend off. I don't work weekends. So which is the best? I think you mean dump truck and over-the-road truck. It depends on your needs. If you don't mind camping in your truck for 3 weeks and being out of the house, over the road. But if you want to be home every day, dump truck is pretty much local. You start in the morning, evening, home. Morning, evening, home. So based on what do you want? What do you want to do? Do you want to be over the road camping in your truck? It sounds good until you come here. No. Naona katuosis, ni katuosis. Ana drive to gari kwa barabara. Ako lonely mbaya. Ujui, no. But he's making money. It just depends on your level of sacrifice. What do you want to do? Do you want to make more money and be away from home? Or make a little less money and be home every day? Depends. What do you want? No. I prefer make a little less consistent money and be home every day. That's why I'm able to do the live. Kwa nyumba yangu hapa hivi. Hii ni man cave. My makeshift studio. Ni makeshift, by the way. Light, camera, meza, kila kitu. No. Just makeshift. Si real kabisa. It's just a place that I find it's quiet enough to record a video. That's what it is. So, where are you based? Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis. In terms of payment, unaongea your tracking. Payment over, you make, truck drivers make between $1,500 to $2,500 a week. Over the road, same thing. So depending on your experience, So many factors in between, but in between 1500 to 2500 as a truck driver. I can say more, but more you're more specialized. Naongelea averagely. So the lowest in 1500, you'll end up with 6,000 US dollars a month. If you're making 25, 10,000 a month as a driver. As an owner, it's a little bit different. You need to have your own business. Of course, you make more, but you have expenses. No. Approximately, as an owner, you make about maybe 6,000 a week because it's more money because you have expenses. So there's your difference. So in terms of payment, so how do you avoid kids hanging with other races? Teenagers who were in school playing football together. My kid, how do you avoid kids hanging with other races? Teenagers who were in school playing football together. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that exactly. My kids just do whatever they like to do. If they want to go out, they go out. If they want to be in the house, mostly they stay in the house. Mostly. No. So I don't know exactly. You can avoid. You can't. There's club. There's after school activities and there's school activities. So you can sign your kid up for baseball, for football or soccer, for after school. They go to school until 3, then 4 you pick them up, go to another after school activity, like a junior team. You can do that if you want to. It's up to you. Anyway, so I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but Nivo. So that's good. Ras, Jules. So anything else before tumalize? Anything? I gotta go watch my 2-year-old. Anything else? Ilikuwa random, a little bit random. Oh, the World Cup? It looks like this. A replica World Cup. This is not real. It's just a piece of wood. But it looks like that. Comparable. It's about 14 inches, 0.6 big. There's a human being here, another human being here, and the African continent, American continent, whatever, globe at the top. Hands, face, FIFA World Cup. Looks like that. If you want to see it. No. Fake. Not real. Fake. I just wanted to have one. No. I mean blacks hanging with the white like the recent case. Oh, that's like going to the boat, something like that. You can't avoid it. It depends. Generally, if you live in the cities in Minnesota, you live in a community. So you pretty much know your neighbors. It's a very individualistic lifestyle up in America. It's easy to avoid everything. You can only hang out with black people if you want. You can be segregated if you want. Very simple. That's not a problem. If you want to segregate your kids, you can. They'll only see other people when they go to school. That's about it. Mona. So you mean 1,500 per week with taxes or after taxes? 1,500 nile minimum, maximum 25. It could be 2,000. I'm just saying depending on ile to averagely. The lowest you'll make is 1,500 a week as a truck driver. Driver, not the owner. Then the highest is 25. Depending on how long you've been driving, experience, there's all those factors. If you're just out of driving school, probably less than that, but after 2 months, you'll make 1,500 a week. The hivyo sasa. Hiyo ni before tax. 2,500 before tax, of course. So what about as an owner? Owner, it depends. Over the road, kuna watu they're making 12,000 gross a week because you're different loads. Owner, over the road you make more money because own a clock, you're always driving, you're on the road full time. Like you're gone, you're just working for 3 weeks straight. 12,000 a week, highest. Lowest, maybe 6,000 too, I don't know. It's been a while since I did that. So, and back then things were a little bit cheaper. So I don't even have the numbers right. But over the road in Evo, you could 12,000 a week. It could be 24,000 in 2 weeks. It could be 60,000 a month. It depends. So it's up to you. But Neil, are you willing to be out there for 3 weeks and live in your truck? Do it. If you're not willing to, you want to be home every day. And believe me, everybody wants to be home at the end of the day. Sometimes you'll chase the money until you get sick of it. Then you come back home. Oh, no. So that it works out like that. But you need truck driving too. There's other careers. More focus on the things I know. Nursing pays about $45 a month, $45 an hour, nursing. Uni level gani. Nursing is between 45 to maybe 75, depending. But you have to be in school for 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, I don't know. No. So hapa sema nini wasani Maisha? Sema US index funds and euro per, does it work the same? A little bit different. Index funds is like you're giving the government money to use it for a project and they pay you back every month. That's what index funds are. But Europe, same thing. Even isn't bonds, it's the same thing I think, but different context depending on the market. So that's what it is about the owner, about everything. That's the kind of money you'll make, depending on inflation. Me and some advice: live within your means, so you can, because of the way the system works. The system works like if you want to spend money, okay. Oh, somebody sent me a thanks. I didn't even see that. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible. Who was this? Because somebody's back there. Man, I'm so terrible at this. Thank you though. Ultima title gift. Thank you. So talk about gross and net on payment. It depends. It depends on your expenses. For example, if you buy a brand new truck over the road, it's probably about 200,000, 250,000. Then you buy a brand new trailer, it's about 100,000. So you have a equipment trailer tractor is about 350. Your payment on the truck is probably maybe 4,000. On the trailer is 2,000. So you're paying 6,000. If you make 12,000 and you run hard, you gotta take some breaks because you're gonna be running hard for 5 years. Is that possible? Not possible. So you have to use your money wisely because you paid a lump sum. Then you figure out how you're gonna make your payments. It depends. And sometimes the economy goes slow. No. That's the gross payment and everything. So how do you look like working as a nurse? How does it look like working as a nurse or medical doctor? Medical doctor, they spend 10 years in school. If you're 19, by the time you graduate, you're going to be 29. But once you graduate, you're going to have $1.5 million student loan, but you're going to be making $300,000 a year. So you figure out how you're going to pay for that. Kuna hiyo medical doctor. Nursing is a little bit cheaper. You can go to school for 5 years, make close to what the doctor is making based on your experience and your speciality. But nurses, some nurses aren't the same as doctors, but experience matters and who you're working for. Same thing. Not really same thing, but because nurses do most of the job anyway, to be honest, it's just the level of whatever. No. Doctors are more responsible, but nurses pretty much do the bulk of the work. So I'm gonna leave you differences. They do the bulk of the work, doctors make more money. Why? Because doctors are more responsible than nurses. That's why. Authority, ile patriarchy, whatever that is. So that's what it is. If you want to be a doctor, 10 years. My son wants to be a doctor. I'm like, do you really want to go to school for 10 years? I don't know. Anyway, if that's what he wants, I'll let him do it. No. If he can do that, 29, 10 years in school. So how many hours do you work as a dump truck driver? Between 45 to 60 a week. 45 to 60 or 40 to 60, probably 45. But we only work for 9 months, 8 to 9 months. On a good month, on a good year, 8 to 9 months. On a bad year, it could be 6 to 7 months or even 6 months. So that's what you do. Number one, dump truck driver. I'm not a driver, I own the truck. And it's paid off, so it's an advantage. So I don't have any pressures, I don't owe any money, but I have maintenance cost. Because now that the truck is 6 years old, it keeps breaking down. Things are just catching up, just maintenance. So anything else? I gotta go now, 2 hours. So number one, ile live is every Sunday if you're new here. I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. My main channel, main videos are on YouTube side of everything. There's a recording for this video, Man Cave Talk. I'll post on Friday next week. So that's what it is. Come on, if you're new here, I'm giving away a camera, 10K. You don't have to do anything. Just share the video with somebody so you can have a mile marker. After 10K, I'm going to be giving out books. We'll suggest a book, talk about it, give it away. Like that. On a weekly basis, I don't care. Books is affordable. Cameras are very expensive, but I'll give away one camera anyway. It's very expensive. So that's what we're going to do. It's a promise I have to keep because I said I'm going to do that. I'm trying to promote a young creator. Ule atakufanya video, audio and everything. We'll just discuss that. What kind of camera do you want? Whatever is current, then whoever who wins that, atapata your camera. I said that, I'm going to do it. No. I'm going to lose some money, but, it is what it is. Nilipromise. 10K subscriber. After 10K, what did I say again? I'm going to be giving away books. Take a book moja hapa, alafu somebody will win the book, alafu nda email kwao. No. I don't ask people for money. So if anybody message you like, hey, this Maisha States, give me some money, that's not me. I don't need your money. No, I don't need your money. I don't ask for money. I'm just trying to share so all of us can have like, self-personal development. We improve yani. Whatever you're doing right now, ukue a better person than you were yesterday. It's about self-improvement. That's what it is. Just sharing. See big deal. If you want to give me some money, super chat. Utafanya hivyo. If you want. To support the channel. Not me directly, the channel. No. If you want to sponsor, it's up to you. Hiyo siwezi kwambia what to do. But ile is self-development. Ile we have to be awake to all these things. Do better every single day. Treat people with respect. Universal human rights. Hiyo ndio theme ya hapa hivi. If you believe in that too, then we are like-minded. If you don't, I'm sorry. No. How long did you take to buy your own truck? Oh, not so long. Truck, you don't buy it cash. You get funding from the government. I mean, not from the government, from the banks, or even the government gives you loans too. The first thing you do is just figure out what you want to do. There's something called the social credit system in America. Social credit system. So you need to work on your credit score. Then it's some few tips. I'll make videos about that on a membership channel, step by step, everything. Then you learn how to do that. You work on your credit system, then you borrow from the bank, then you buy the truck. But make sure you don't miss a payment because you're borrowing money to build your business. You don't want to mess up that opportunity. Take it very seriously. Because once you pay off the truck, you go back to the bank, they'll give you more money. Then you'll buy more trucks. Then you'll keep growing. You borrow money, you pay it on time. Never miss a payment. If you're going to miss a payment, call them in advance. Let them know. They'll work with you. It's true, by the way, it's true. They'll work with you. They don't want to take the truck. They want you to succeed. Things happen. Life happens. So if you miss a payment, that's how you buy your own truck. It's a step by step. But you can borrow and build a business. Everybody does that. Most people at least. Unless you have some inheritance from your grandpa who was a billionaire and he died and you left some, a trust fund baby. But you can borrow money and build a business from scratch. It's possible. So anything else? YouTube? Big bro, Ralph here. You're my mentor. Oh, Ralph VP, you're available today. So 3 weeks running over the road. How are you getting rest? The rest of 4 weeks when you get off? No, you just get 1 week off because you gotta keep making money. So 3 weeks, as a truck driver, you're only allowed to work 14 hours a day, 10-hour rest. So if you driving is 11 hours, working is 14 hours, 10 hours rest. Within 24 hours, it's managed. You can only drive 11 hours. So if you're gonna be out there picking up loads and delivering, picking up and delivering, it's up to you. I like being home, honestly. I wanna sleep on my own bed, not on the truck's bed. Truck zangu ni day cab. I don't have a sleeper. I can't sleep in my truck even if I wanted to. No. So prevent everything. So as a first-time buyer, do you buy as a business or as personal? Mostly personal because they'll look at you. Because, if you're a first-time buyer and you're building your business, you have no proof to prove that your business is growing. You have to buy the truck first, then build the business. So in the beginning, they'll look at your personal credit. Because, as President Ruto also make it juicy. Your credit system, your credit score it's a leverage. It's like shares. It's like owning a slave. Inside joke, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can leverage your character to get a loan in America. You can leverage your character, your financial responsibility records to get a loan. Because it proves to them, because they don't even know who you are, that you pay your bills on time, credit score. Then when you get that opportunity, use that to grow your business history. After 3-4 years, once you do that, your business will have a record now. So the next time, like what I did when I bought my truck, I never used my personal credit. I used my business credit. Why? Because it's proven, kuna record. I borrowed money, I paid off. Borrowed money, paid off. So now I can use my business credit to buy an Audi Q7. And I just qualify. My Audi Q7, company owned. Konini, why did they give it to me? I have records. No. I don't make the records myself. There's bank statements. No. That's what I'm saying. It's something you just do. And you can't be half-heartedly. Lazima ukuwe all or nothing. Because how are you going to build the thing anyway? Not evil. Straight up. You need to have good credit in the beginning. Your credit worthiness, discipline of financing, financial literacy will get you into a business. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. 3 years, your business has history. Then you can even borrow money because you've been in 3 years in tracking, borrow money and buy real estate. Change direction. I wish I did that. No, I could be something else. Just understand. And I'll make a video, yeah, membership only, just teaching you these things because I don't want to repeat. I've been repeating this for the last 3 years. I'm getting sick of it. So I'm going to keep these things here. Anybody who wants this, $1, just go watch the video. Or $5 if you want specifics, whatever. It's cheap enough as I understand. No evil. So you start off with your personal credit, then you build your business. The next time you use your business credit and your personal credit. Leverage credit to build wealth. Especially to us, this is because we used to be property, somebody else's property. That explains why they're richer than us. Because they were leveraging our labor for free. No. As a first-time buyer, so you've explained on growing credit score, which institution is better for starting with. It doesn't matter. You get a credit card, you use 30%, you pay it off every month. Wait for 6 months. Your credit score goes up. Personal. I'll teach you the membership. I think there's videos nimeongea about you back then. No. Wacha nimalize bwana. I gotta go watch my kids. My kid, the 2-year-old at least, not everybody. So ndaanza na TikTok, can I even shut down? Inakataa kabisa, you kataa. Okay, end live hapa TikTok. So see you next time on Sunday. Ila ilikuwa unplanned. Then YouTube. Nani hapa 3 weeks over the road. You're getting, okay, 4 week. Ndaongea hizi vitu baadaye. Sasa, wase, next time. Oops, what happened to the screen? Peace, trademark your YouTube. See you the next one. Recording is Friday next week.